Meh.
But other than that, they were fine.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, Mike. Mike, are you?
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Hello!
Hello.
Here, wait, let me play this. Stand by for pre-show banter.
The banter.
Banter. So, Duke,
So,
what was it like having a Sunday off?
it was good. I got some papers graded and
Is that all you did? You didn't like watch a movie or something, you know, like do something different?
no, if I have free time on a Sunday, I use it playing games in the morning, napping in the afternoon, and then grading papers.
Oh, napping.
Yeah.
I like napping.
When you wake up at 5 a.m. on a Sunday, sometimes you don't have a lot of choice unless you want a splitting headache the next day.
That's true. By the way, I had a nap on Monday.
Great.
Yeah, because I was off on Monday, and I was like, I played some games and stuff, and then about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought, oh, I'll have a quick 40 winks. And then the next thing I knew, it was 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's awesome.
That's what happens when you're old.
You what?
That's what happens when you're old.
Well, I feel like I'm kind of old, but I don't know. I went down to take a nap at 1 o'clock today, and I barely slept for 5 or 10 minutes.
Power nap. That's what you had.
No, these power naps are restful. This was barely restful.
It wasn't a power nap. It was just 10 minutes of trying to sleep.
Up with the sigh. You doing all right?
I just feel like that if we start talking about napping, look, this show is over.
Well, I'm
It's over. It's over already, man.
ready to start.
I think that's the banter section done for this episode.
Is that it? Is it done?
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers. Juju, Jimmy, other fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. News, reviews, and an indie pick. Stu story time and Jimmy's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors. It's the veteran gamers. It's the veteran gamers.
No one gives a shit.
Switch that console off before you have to press repeat, yo. When the shit goes down, you better be ready.
Hello and welcome to episode 404 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay! Episode 404. Episode not found. Ha! 404. Get it? Because that's what the error message.
I see what you did there.
Welcome everybody. I'm Duke,
I'm Stu.
Ginny.
and we are not military veterans. We're veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
Also, we stream live on Twitch and YouTube and something else every Sunday at 9 p.m. GMT.
Back in the studio. No more of this live nonsense.
Yeah.
Welcome, you guys. How was EGX? As if I need to ask. It was great. I heard it.
Do you know what? This year, I think it's been the best year in quite a few years.
Yay.
We had a lot of fun, didn't we? We had a great weekend. I've got to say, I was like smiling on Monday. I had a really good weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one.
What was the highlight overall for you? I mean, I heard y'all talking about various games and things, but
I think for me personally, I think it was the Friday night. I think we had a lot of fun on Friday, and I was pretty drunk. I think
the evenings are better. Like Friday, I think Saturday evening was really good. Yeah, yeah, we was all dancing.
Yeah, I've got to give right. Actually, talking of highlights, I've got to give an early shout out. It has to be said.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
To Nat, because when you spoke to him on the podcast, he was so pissed, right?
Yeah.
I have no clue how he did Boom Boom Shake the Room in such, like, so brilliant because he was wasted.
He did Boom Boom Shake the Room so well. It was unbelievable. It was good.
And you, like, spoke to him almost straight afterwards. He was totally gone. I mean, that was like Jim Morrison, weren't he? You know, because Jim Morrison used to do... because Jim Morrison used to come on and do like a concert, and he was completely stoned out of his head, but
Yeah.
still sounded great, and that's
Man,
kind of what he did.
Shit about John Bonham, man. 3-hour drum solo. He couldn't do that on heavy acid. That's from Dazed and Confused.
There you go. So yeah, so I've got to give an early shout out to Nat because good God, how he did that in that state, I have no clue.
I
Thanks.
discovered something new about Stu. Duke, do you want to hear it?
What's that? Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Stu doesn't know this now, but I
Oh
feel like
God.
I'll say this about
Oh, what are you gonna
Stu,
say, man?
and Duke, you'll already know it, but you didn't know it, if you know what I mean.
Right, right.
Oh my God, what is this
So-
gonna
He's
be?
incontinent. He poops his pants a lot.
No.
Oh my
So-
God.
So everything Stu has is brilliant, right?
What do you mean?
So he goes, this jacket, my jacket, it's great. It's great. I love these trainers. These trainers are brilliant. You should get this car. This car's brilliant. It saves this much energy. You know, this phone, it's the best phone ever. Everything Stu has is the best.
It
It's
is the
never
best.
shit.
It is
It's like, oh, this is the best. Oh, this jacket. What's
He
wrong
does
with
his
this jacket?
He's gonna do his homework and find out
Yeah.
what the best is, and he
This
only
wallet, this wallet was carved by 3 blind mice in Africa, and it's the best. It's quality wallet. I don't know what's the matter with you.
That sounds amazing. How much did that wallet cost? That was
It was
carved.
3
by-
pence, and
a
even
wallet that was carved by 3 blind mice in
yeah.
Africa.
So
It's true. It's true.
So then, but then when he buys something ordinary, like say for example, I mean, how can he polish up buying a PS4, for example? Because if you buy a PS4 and I buy a PS4, it's the same item. So how
Let's get
does he twist it? How
Yeah,
does he
how do I
twist it?
twist that?
So
How do
this
I
is
twist
how he
that?
twists it. He goes, I got the best deal on my
Of course
PS4.
he
I
did,
think
yeah.
I
Let me
got
tell you.
deal. I
First,
think
I
I
got
got
the
deal.
car. Now you know a car. Like so, normally you hold on to the steering wheel, right?
So that's what I noticed about shit. Like, everything. He was like, I love these trainers. I love these trainers. These are the best trainers they
Oh,
make.
they are the best trainers. Though.
See?
They were
Like
comfy,
he
man.
break out his
They were
roller
comfy.
skates.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Don't talk to me about roller skating. I have
I
not
didn't
been
wanna
for
talk
about
to you
a
roller
year.
skating. I was just making a
A
joke.
year.
Let's move on.
So
Do you know why? Because Millie doesn't want to go roller skating anymore. She wants to hang out with her friends on a Saturday. She doesn't want to go roller skating with me. It's over, man.
Stu,
it is over.
what about this, right? Now, next year, people are talking about we should do another arcade club, right?
We should do that.
And when we do it, I reckon we should do it near a place either by an ice rink or a roller rink, and we can relive
But then
it.
Billy's not going to want to come. It's going to be a bittersweet affair.
You know we'll have a good time there.
Oh man, I overshot it.
In the cradle and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man on the moon.
When you coming out, Millie, for roller skating.
We'll get you get there.
Oh,
You should have played. I've got a brand new pair of roller skates, man. What's the matter with you?
No,
You're
it's
lucky I
not
played.
Yeah. So I reckon
But the
we should
thing
do
is,
that.
the thing is,
Wait, he's not
arcade,
the roller skating story, Chinny.
arcade club has moved now.
We know that.
It's moved. And it's bigger. It's on 2 floors
So
now.
the thing
so
is,
it's huge.
Stu, just
Yeah,
because,
yeah.
like, you have to bear in mind that I drove about 100 miles to get to that.
You
So
did,
just because
you
it's not
did.
on your fucking back garden anymore doesn't mean we can't go to it.
It's actually about the same distance for me, so it
So
doesn't make
what's
a whole
the
lot of
problem?
difference.
What's the problem?
There isn't. There
Yeah, he
isn't
just
one.
wanted to mention it.
He just wanted to mention it, and you know what? He got
telling you, I'm just
he
telling you,
when we booked
okay?
it, he got the best deal on it.
I didn't get any deal on it. What are you talking about?
How's that seat that you're sitting on, Stu? Is it the best chair that you've ever
This
had?
chair is the best. I tell you,
The
this
best
metal
chair.
roof in the room I'm in. You're lucky it's not pissing down raining because it would be real
Just that
noisy.
every year I notice something about
Ever.
Stuart. And I, I love the guy and everything, but this year I was like, and I said this to Tara, I was like, you know what I noticed about Stu? Everything he has is great, and she pissed herself when I told her that.
It's true. It's true.
It's true. She brags
Look, I
about
just
everything
like
he's
the
got.
shit I've got. What's the matter with that?
Anyway, play the fucking what we've been playing because I've got a thing about games.
We got 2 weeks worth of what you've been playing.
I bought a car as well. Like, it's not really.
Oh
something-
my
I saw you roll
Talk
car.
about that. Oh my god, we're gonna have a story time.
yeah,
Oh
it's-
my
you know
God.
what? It's the best car. I got a
the best
great
car.
deal.
So, okay, I went to buy a car. Okay. Hang on a second. Wait a minute.
Okay, I'll go.
Did you have a car before, Chinny?
Yes.
He did have a car,
I
yeah.
had a car before, right? It was a good car. I got that car, and 2013.
That wasn't
You
far.
gotta start at the dawn of man. We walked upright.
So we evolved. No. So,
was-
but I bought a car. It's not. It's bollocks. It's not game related. But also
What'd you
bought some.
get?
I got a Skoda Octavia. It's very nice. It's 66 plate. It's lovely. Thank you. Right. So
Thank you.
I bought a SNES Mini Classic. That's what I've got.
That's right. We saw the unboxing video.
So I also made an unboxing video.
Can I
Oh.
just say,
I-
my wife, who is not into video games,
Yeah.
laughed a lot at you coming down the stairs.
Yeah, they're coming down the stairs.
The highlight of the whole thing.
Classic.
It was, yeah. I didn't plan it. I just thought, oh, I know what would be funny. Yeah, Step J just said the stairs. This will be
And do you
funny.
know what she said?
Go on.
Do you not think he was worried he might hurt himself? I'm
I
like,
was-
he
I was-
buggery? He just doesn't give a shit.
I was very worried I was going to hurt myself. No, I wasn't actually. I was not worried I was going to hurt myself. I just remember just before doing it.
Here he goes, right down the stairs.
I remember just before doing it, thinking, "Oh, this might hurt.
What about you?
This might hurt a lot." But then I just sort of did it. But yeah, you know, and I made it just before Tara came round, just so she didn't see me do that ridiculous act. And
You know,
then
my favorite part of the whole video, I hate to tell you, but when you pull off that little red strip,
oh
And then
yeah,
throw it.
that's like my favorite thing in the world.
I don't know.
There
Yeah.
were sound effects that I liked, but I didn't. I
But
didn't.
Millie's
write down much.
favourite bit was you pretending to chew the box when you picked it up.
yeah. I
Yep.
see. I don't think about these things. I don't. I just do them.
But we did laughed a lot.
Yeah.
You see,
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
you see that right there is how you should do an unboxing video. That's what I'm saying.
That's yeah. I didn't want. I didn't want to like just do. But you know, I had to do something a little bit.
But that's
different.
the thing. You gave people what if they were actually looking for an unboxing video of the Super NES, like
Still
you gave them
delivers.
what they want.
Still
But you also
delivers.
made it entertaining for people who didn't. I remember one time the Duchess and I made a road trip. I made a little home movie, but I wanted to make it interesting, even if people didn't know me. So like I made up little things that I was like, people, hey, check out this movie I made, our home movie. And most people were like, yeah, I'm gonna watch somebody's home movie of a road trip. But someone actually watched it, and they were like, you know what? I'm glad I watched it. Like I don't know any of those people, but I still found it very entertaining. And I was like, yes, mission accomplished.
So
Yeah,
yes,
no,
I
it's
know
true.
I'm the owner of a SNES Mini. I'm touching it right now. It's very, and you know what? It's the best SNES Mini, and it's very good. It's very cute. This is me switching guitar. There you go.
Yeah, we saw this in the unboxing. What was kind of cool though, most unboxing stuff, that's it, the unboxing, and that's it. At least you showed a bit of gameplay and what it actually did.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing that I'm excited about with the SNES Mini,
Besides
is-
the fact that the controllers are the normal size.
yeah, I don't know why,
You
but
kept saying that over and over again.
I expected the controllers to be small because the controllers are about the same size as the console. But I'm very excited about the Star Fox 2.
Well, yeah. You haven't played it yet?
I haven't played it yet. No, I've got a bit of a confession. Can I do my gaming
Oh my
confession?
god, we
Uh-oh.
got things we're covering here at the outset of everything. Where's the confession sound clip? Well, oh, there it is. Sorry. Hang on.
Okay, didn't play the
Go
full
ahead.
thing. No worries.
I did not. Everything, ding, 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 ding.
That's the best sound effect. I wonder why.
That's because I made it.
Ah, there
I'm
we
just
go.
saying.
Ah, that's not even bad. Oh, it's the best sound.
I wondered why it was the best one.
sound clip we have.
Um,
No,
I,
he usually says it's the best one he ever made. To be fair.
I haven't.
It is the best one I ever
My
made.
confession, for fuck's sake, is I haven't played a video game for 2.5 weeks.
Well, apart from the stuff
excluding
we played at
EGX. But you don't
Yeah.
really
Really?
play a video game at EGX. You sit down and you go, I don't know what to do, and then you go, time's up, and you go, all right.
Yeah,
okay.
you play line weight for 2 hours. That's
Yeah.
the video.
So I haven't actually sat in the room that I'm sitting in now and played a video game for 2.5 weeks. And it's a long time for me to not play a video game. I'm getting itchy. I keep mentioning it to Tara. It's like, you know what? I haven't played. Yeah, we heard. I know. Fucking just do it then. I'm like, oh,
I've got a confession also.
Go on.
Oh my God, it's confessions everywhere.
Why don't you spill your guts? Tell us everything. Thing. Everything.
Okay, I'll talk.
Yeah, I've only played Yakuza Kiwami this week. I've played nothing else.
Jeez. Ridiculous.
I know, we're just rubbish. But I mean, the thing is, I've been working all week up until today, so I've had no time to play games this week.
Oh, and I haven't?
I don't know. I'm just saying.
It's all good.
So, you know,
Look,
Yakuza's what I want to play.
Yeah.
What?
Yakuza's what I want to play.
Yeah, and? What do you got to say about it?
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still good. It's still amazing. But
Yeah.
other than that, there's not a lot to say about it. But what I thought I'd cover off is some of the stuff we didn't talk about from EGX, so I'll do that when I do my bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Am I doing that now? Are we doing
Why
that
not?
now?
Yeah.
Okay, well, my favourite game of EGX was Forgotten Anne.
I
What?
never played Forgotten Anne.
You didn't play it, did you? But God,
Forgotten
bang.
Ant?
Forgotten
Anne.
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 Anne is the name Anne.
Oh,
Forgotten Anne.
yes.
Which is a weird game. It's a very weird game. If you looked
That's
at it,
not
you
like
think-
you to like a weird game.
I
Stu.
know. But if you looked at it, you'd think it was Japanese, because it's all anime. It looks incredible. I mean, the cutscenes. What's really cool is kind of 2D side-scrolling, I guess.
2D, ooh, ting, tang, 3D, walla bing bang. Didn't quite work at the end, but we got there.
Something like that.
I'll call you when I get there.
But it's kind of 2D side-scrolling, but blends into these really beautiful anime cutscenes that just look great. And basically, Sorry, say again.
You said it looks like it's from Japan, but I could take it it's not then?
No, it's from. I think it's the Netherlands. I think it's something like that where the developers are from. But looks incredible. Can't wait. I have no idea when this is like getting to be released, but I'm definitely going to be getting this. It just looks amazing. It played really, really well, but it's just very weird. The like enemies are like jumpers and stuff. It's a very
what?
Like sweaters. I don't know. Pullovers. I don't know, whatever you want to call them.
Pullover.
Pullovers.
It's a cardigan, but thanks for asking.
But basically, you and your father have got stranded in this other world where, like, forgotten things have been left. So that's kind of the premise of the game.
It's from Square Enix Collective.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's sort of Japanese publisher, but the developers aren't Japanese.
Okay.
So, yeah, it looks great anyway. I'm absolutely loving it. So, it was a good demo as well. It was about 20 minutes, 20-minute demo. So it was a really nice long demo. I'm definitely looking forward to this being released, but like I say, I have no clue when it's coming out. So who knows? What else did I play? I played a little game called Lake Ridden. Ridden. That was kind of interesting. A bit of walking simulatory.
The games?
Yeah, I do like those types of games.
Yeah.
I do like those. But it was again, aesthetically, it looked really, really nice.
So you're saying that you've been playing weird games that look
I
nice.
played lots of weird games that I really liked.
That look nice and pretty.
They did look pretty.
You're really stepping outside your box here, Stu.
There was some little puzzly elements to it, so it wasn't all walking around. You like picked up items and you had to correlate those to some symbols that were on a rock and stuff like that. So it wasn't.
VR?
Is what? Sorry.
It looks VR. Is it VR?
No. It was just standard sort of game, like first person sort of puzzle explorer, walking simulatory puzzle game. I guess is how you describe it.
It looked like the controls were very 1-to-1.
But it's kind of like the premise of this is your sister's gone missing. I think you go to like a camp or something. Your sister goes missing and you go to look for her.
Is it sleepaway camp?
I think it's kind of like that.
Fat camps.
There's a lot of murders.
No, I haven't seen any murders yet from playing the demo. There wasn't any murders, but it was a bit supernatural and a bit weird and a bit sort of strange.
Sweet supernatural.
I like that. It's very good, very good. But it was aesthetically, it was very pleasing, and there was some. When you solved the puzzles, there was some cool stuff like like beams of light and things. It was nice. I liked it. I like Late Ridden, so that was kind of cool. I'm waiting. I've sent an email to a guy who developed a game called Zero North, Zero West.
Oh, is that like Zero Dark 30 or 99999?
Definitely not. This guy is a
Kentucky
career.
Route Zero.
No, but that's a good game. But this guy is an architect by trade. So like he's been to university and he's like qualified architect.
He's been to university.
He's been to university and everything.
He must be a
Oh,
genius.
Mr. Fancy Pants.
But basically, he wanted to make virtual worlds, so that's what he started doing. And this is just a nothingness.
What's
So
this
it's just
game
like-
called again? Sorry.
It's called Zero North, Zero West.
Okay, Zero North, Zero.
Zero West.
Oh no, my whole computer just crashed because it's terrible.
Terrible.
Game of the year.
But the problem with the demo was, though, there was no sound, and I'm guessing for this game to work at its best, you need to hear the music.
Well, I have the audio for it right here. Let me play it.
Let's have a listen.
Yeah, it's good.
Get it? Sound.
That's what it was like. That's exactly what it was like. So all you got with the
Family
visuals.
episode called Zero North, Zero West.
So I spoke to the guy and I said, look, I can't really sort of talk about it on the show properly because I haven't heard the sound, so I can't give it a good, a good sort of throw. And he said,
It sucks because there's no sound.
It sucks because there's no sound. And this was we played it first on the Friday, and he said, look, I'm going to work on it tonight and get it working properly for tomorrow. So I was like, oh, all right.
I'm working on it tonight, all right?
I'm working on it.
Hey.
So I went back the following day. Because, I'm giving the guy a chance. I want to have a proper go at
As
this
soon
game.
as he saw you, he like ducked down behind the chair. Like,
No, and I was like, have you got it fixed? And he went, no, I went to a party and got pissed instead. So he didn't fix it. But what he did do,
Take
it was
your
very
sound, shove him up your ass.
I know, yeah. It was very cool. He gave me his card. He said, look, send me an email. I'll send you a code on Steam.
Look, I'm going to be fixing this game of mine very soon.
I'll sort it out
You
eventually,
send me an
obviously.
email, and I'll let you know when the game's
When his game sells millions, like he'll be like, "What motivated you to make this game?" Well, there's this chap from Preston, and
He kept talking about how his shoes
he
were.
kept on bragging about his shoes and his jacket. And he just kept on bothering me to finish
Best
it.
shoes ever.
And all I wanted to do is take cocaine and party.
He did. That's exactly what he did.
And I had the best
That's
cocaine.
exactly what he did. The final thing I'll talk about from EGX was another walking simulator.
Oh, boy.
I know.
EGX stands for every walking simulator is great X.
This was kind of, I would have said, a spiritual successor to Proteus. So you're going to love this.
Oh, hell yeah, game. Get out of my way. Where do I put my favorite?
You're going to love this game.
Here we go.
Which was called Shape of the World. So this was called Shape of the World. I really like
Oh
this.
my god, I played this.
You
All right.
played this.
Do you want the real
It
review?
sounds like Vinny agrees with you, so you're good.
They give
You
me
didn't give me enough of a chance, man.
Fuck off! I was on it for like 10
Fuck
minutes.
off. You didn't even do any of the puzzle
I
stuff.
fucking clicked up.
You didn't. Look,
The trees are sprouting all around you.
I clicked things. It's like the game did
you
present.
didn't do it properly though.
I was clicking trees and they were
Click
disappearing.
page.
You
And
were
then
shit.
I was clicking some trees, and then they disappeared, and then I unlocked a fucking bit of a thing, and he says, "Go here now," and I went over there, and then I clicked some more trees, and I went, and then I flipped the fucking desk up, and I turned around to the nearest person,
Yes!
punched him in the face, all right, and said, "Listen, all right, whoever plays this is fucking crazy. I'm gonna play Call of Duty and shoot people in the face. See you later, bitch." That's exactly how it happened.
You
Can
can
I just say? Right? Pilch Reed, who is the most cynical person ever, and hates all that sort of shit, right?
Yeah.
He was listening to the audio while I was playing the game, and he was impressed. I'm just saying, he was impressed.
Yeah. So you're wrong, Chinny, because he's.
No, I'm
impressed.
not.
Wrong.
Look at it. Look at it. Look, Eric, look at it.
I'm
There are
looking at it.
grey worms coming out the ground.
I know, right? They look beautiful.
No.
There's a
Do you know
triangle.
what, though? Do you know what, though? Sometimes it's nice just to play a game that is just chill.
Don't like I
You
feel
and
like
Chinny come at
Still,
games.
I feel
reasons.
like, Stu, this is all you play. Is like games that just like where you float around and you click a thing, and then like your fucking big Easter bunny comes out the ground, and then like fucking plays a banjo, and then you walk around and.
No, that's actually like things happening in the story.
Oh,
There's
yeah. Oh,
too much-
sorry, yeah. A tree grows, and then a leaf falls on
Right.
a hedgehog's back, and then the hedgehog cries.
And then there's like a glob on the left side of the screen.
Don't you ever, Stu, don't you ever just get sick of that and just go, I want to play a fucking game where somebody just jumps on a fucking massive monster giant, slits his throat, throws
Yeah,
his
that's
head.
what yeah, that's for.
Yeah, what do you, like, don't you get tired of this genre of, like, floaty round, everything's fine and weird and trippy shit kind of games?
I don't think I do, to be honest.
Because you would argue, the first-person military shooter is done. It's boring. It's a formula that now this has now been around for like 6 years. This formula of just floating around, colours and shit, nice music.
Come on, you got to admit though, this does look
like it just looks.
pleasing.
It looks like.
nice. Come
No,
on.
but it looks like Journey did it. Like, and it's just this genre of games that I just can't tap into. Like, it's just.
It's because it doesn't suit what you look for in a game though.
I
Chase.
like being chilled out. Don't get me wrong. I will play something.
Not when
that
you're
will,
playing games.
No, I wouldn't mind experiencing something that's like chill. But I was playing this, and I was just like, it's boring. I just, it's just
So
like.
how about this? What would a chill out game of this variety have to give you? What would you imagine your
Like,
objective
I feel
is?
like it's got to like do
People
like maybe like a really chilled out Tetris or something. Where
A
you've
chilled out Tetris.
like you've got at
What-
least you've
how
got
does that
something to
even
do.
work?
You know what I mean?
Dun,
Like,
dun, 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 dun.
like I feel like because all you do in these games is walk around, right?
Yes.
It's not really a game, and then
Right.
I feel like a game you need to be challenged or you need to have some thinking space. Like I'm hoping that The Witness will be this kind of game, where you go through it. It's a very slow game, but obviously it's challenging as well at the same time. Yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like there's no challenge to these games, therefore they're boring.
Fair enough. But Stu doesn't want a challenge. You see, he
I
just
don't want
wants.
to challenge.
I'm not talking about like I'm not talking about.
Challenge.
I'm not even talking about a brick wall. Sometimes
I know.
I don't always want a 10-foot wall to climb over. Sometimes I do. Like Super Meat Boy would be that kind of example. Sometimes I just want a 3-foot wall to jump over, like Call of Duty.
But
where
that's
you
what I'm saying. Stu is okay with a game that has no wall whatsoever, man.
Yeah.
Drop
That's
stop
right.
the walls, man. Let the walls melt
I just-
away.
I want to just step over
just-
the wall.
No, you don't
You
want a
just-
wall. You just want
I
to
don't
fucking
want a wall.
walk through
I don't
it.
even fucking want a wall.
I just
No,
find that
here's what Stu
so
wants. I'll tell you
boring.
what Stu wants. Stu wants, so Chinny, you play a game where you run down the street and then there's a wall and you jump over it. Stu wants to walk down a cobblestone path and there's a little piece of paper tacked to a tree stump and it says, "There used to be a wall here." And Stu's like,
I like what you're saying. That's exactly what I want.
there you go.
There has been a war here for
Well, do you know what?
20
Do you know
years.
what? Look.
There was a wall here, and then ghosts took it away. And Stu's like, "Oh my God! Think of all the possibilities. Where'd these
Do you know
ghosts?"
what though? Look, you're
They're
saying
dead.
all that shit, right? But I'm playing Yakuza Kiwami. I'm kicking people in the face,
So that's
hitting them with
better.
bicycles and
True.
stuff.
That's true. But
You know.
every game of this variety, you'll play it.
Oh yeah.
I just feel like
love
I
this
feel
sort
like
of-
this is a trend in video games that doesn't seem to go away. Like there was a big trend of
Yeah, but
open
that's not
world
bad.
games
Come
when
on, man.
GTA.
How many first-person shooters have there
I'm
been?
talking. When GTA came out, there's this big wave of like open world like games that took it over, and then like first person shooters took off, and now they're Minecraft clones, and these fucking like I'm having an experience game. Like they just keep coming, and it's just like, come on, like I've seen it. You're offering nothing I haven't seen before, and other people have done it way better than you. Stop it.
To be fair, Zero North, Zero West kind of does do it slightly differently.
I
Because
can't
that
speak about that
thing-
game because I never saw it. Also, you
that
can't
thing
find any
has
video about it.
Absolutely no goals whatsoever. It literally is just.
So you're
floating.
using
This
that as a
game
bragging
has goals,
point.
Chinny. That game has no goals.
If
no
you
goal.
took that sentence and applied it to a person, you'd think they're a fucking loser.
or a movie. What happens in the movie? Nothing.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing happens in the movie.
Brilliant.
It's awesome, but it's beautiful. Actually, that's kind of like Koenigsegg and some other movies I like, so I can't really make
Again,
that joke.
I probably wouldn't like those movies that you're talking about.
Yeah, probably not.
Got to be a point to it. There's got to be a point.
I don't know.
There is no point. The point is
Did you
the
see Boyhood?
experience.
Chinny, did you see Boyhood?
I haven't seen Boyhood. No.
Yeah, there's no point. To
A lot
that,
of people say that about Boyhood, but I would
There-
disagree.
it
I
is
suppose
true,
the point
it's
is
true.
that like it took so fucking long to film. I suppose.
It's a
Well,
cool
but it's
film.
a
It's a
person's
cool
life.
film.
Like, what's the point of a person's life?
Uh-huh.
Like, that's. I think there is a.
That's
you
why I
know,
watch movies, because I in the back of my head I know that everything's pointless. So like I don't want to know. I don't want to realize
Well,
that.
the Movie Nihilists podcast.
Yeah. There's a video about optimistic nihilism. Right.
Golden
Can I just say, while we're talking about TV, there is something I need to mention.
Oh my god! Because I could
I
talk
know
about
it's not-
TV. I don't.
it's not-
I could
it's
tell you
something
about the
that's
TV
come
shows
up.
that I'm
Something-
watching, but I don't.
Look, I'm just giving people a heads up for something that's coming up. If you're not aware of this,
Two. Oh my God.
there's a new TV series coming up called Mindhunter. Have you heard of this?
No.
Mindhunter. It's by David Fincher, so he's like the guy in charge of this.
Yeah.
See, now you're listening.
Hurry up.
So basically, it's about the FBI unit in the 1970s that dealt with serial killers and rapists and how they sort of.
He's on a serial killer rapist kick lately. It was Gone
He
Girl,
is.
and then I don't know. He's done
Gone
a bunch
Girl
of
was
stuff.
sick.
That Gone Girl sucked. I hated that movie.
Fucking love that
Ugh.
movie.
But anyway, it sounds pretty bloody good. So if you're sort of looking for something new to watch in October, Mindhunters, it's on Netflix. It's I
Okay,
think it's
end of the.
It is October.
Fourth podcast.
I know we're in October now.
Stranger
30.
Things is the only thing to watch in October.
Yeah, well,
bitch.
that's coming out as well, man. But there's some
Especially
good,
since
some
30
other-
Rock just got taken off of Netflix.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that's good shit.
Hey.
Hey.
Shit about 30 Rock. Break your face.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. The games are weird, Stu. What about good games that you played?
South Park. I mean, we've talked about that extensively.
You know when we mention a game and we say it's shit, but it's good. Do you know what it was this year? Because I do.
Oh yeah, what Cuphead?
Cuphead.
That's been some good
We played
reviews,
it and
man.
went, "This is shit," and like everybody's like
shit.
saying it's brilliant.
It's the best
How
game
many
ever.
people though are just saying that because they've been waiting so long and it looks so good?
It is a very pretty looking game. I didn't say
It
that
does look
didn't
great.
look
I just
bad.
thought it was a bit boring.
The demo was really boring.
But it's maybe just a shit demo again. You know, like
Maybe.
a terrible.
And like you couldn't hear it. I couldn't hear it. So yeah, I don't know. It just maybe it didn't demo very well. Cuphead
Yeah,
meant to
people
be-
are liking Cuphead, man.
I love
We're
it.
just rubbish at this.
Well,
sort
it's
of-
the
Chat,
tradition.
What do you think about Cuphead?
I'll
Um,
tell you what was good. Tell you what was really good. Detroit Become Human.
oh my god! Please kill me.
Oh God!
It's so
What did you make an
boring.
amazing decision that affected the outcome of the
It was
demo?
massively affecting. Actually, I didn't think it was. I thought it looked very pretty, but other than that, I
It
thought
is a
was
very pretty looking game. I won't.
It did look very pretty, and the dialogue was all right.
I
and the
literally
actual
said
acting-
in the queue, "Oh, it's going to be about some robot on a cliff, and he's going to commit suicide," and that's pretty much what happens.
It was close. It was close.
I
It was
was
on top
very-
of a building.
Yeah, he was on top of a building. I'm sorry for the inaccuracy. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
David Cage was like, "It was not the cliff, not at the Grand Canyon."
Yeah, I don't know. It just felt like it's basically David Cage up to the same tricks again, Duke. So you're gonna love this.
I'm curious about the AI story, but I'm not.
I think
gonna
you're
play it.
curious in a kind of destructive way, Duke. Like you're ready. Like you're like a cocked gun. Do you know what I mean? Like as soon as like something comes, you're like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
I don't know. I just, do you know what? I still think David Cage, somewhere deep down, has got a good story in him.
Oh, that's what you said about Peter Molyneux, and look.
Oh, I know, but he just can't seem to get it together. You know, in like one coherent sort of thing. They always become a bit disjointed, and they kind of, I don't know. And I just sort of feel like the AI android thing has been done to death, and that's a bit of a problem, really.
Probably. I mean, I think there's still possibilities for good stories out of it, but they very rarely get told. Most of the time, it's just surface level bullshit.
He loves.
How do we know what's human? Exactly.
I noticed that David Cage loves like triangles and like hexagons as well, because in Beyond Two Souls there's a lot of that, and in this one he loves that. I don't know, and I'm sure
that's what origami is, dude. You take squares and you make them into triangles.
he loves like triangles and weird stuff like that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's part.
And you have the 3 parts of the human soul.
I think because he's in the Illuminati is why.
Oh, dude.
So, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
But other than that, we didn't play a whole lot else, did we?
I did play. I did play Call of Duty.
Did you play? After I'd gone.
Yes. I didn't. I did it because you haven't listened to the Sunday episode. I'll take it because you.
I've listened to most of it today on the way home, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Where I sound very loud.
Yeah. Well, because
Sound what?
Lol. It's because you're holding the mic too close to your face.
I know. Well, I didn't freaking know how loud I was going to sound.
Yeah. When I told you how to use the microphone, you was like, "I know how a fucking microphone works. Don't fucking tell me. I've got one of these and it's great."
Mine is the best microphone ever. It's such a
yeah, so I
hate loud people. God, shut up,
Hello.
loud.
Sound terrible.
I was in the queue for the free stuff at the Microsoft thing.
All right, okay.
And yeah, so I went in the queue and I waited 20 minutes and I didn't win anything.
You're joking. What? Empty box?
I got an empty box. So then I walked around a little bit more and then I went, I'm going to go back in the queue because I've got nothing to do. And then, so then I went back in the queue, and then I won something. I won 2 free video games for the Xbox One.
Wow, 2?
2.
What did you get?
I won. Get this, it's very exciting.
Okay.
Rise, Son of Rome.
That's a good game. It's all right. It's all right.
Not when you've already played it, and I thought it was shit.
Oh, it's not terrible. Could be worse.
It could be worse.
Here, we have audio of Chinny opening his box for the first time.
Oh, you can go for what's in the box that Hiro-san is bringing down the aisle right now!
Here it comes. Hang on.
I'll take the box! The box! You take the box! Let's see what's in the box! Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid!
Think of it.
That was cheating on his first go.
That's it.
Yeah.
So then the other game I got was Dead Rising 3.
Oh, that's all right. That's good.
So I'm pleased with that. I gave my copy of Rise, Son of Rome away to a stranger.
Well, to some
Here's the guy
random
who was
dude.
supposed to be making that game Stu wanted to play, and he's like, "Hey, can I have that game?"
No,
And he's gonna cross out Rise, Son of Rome. He's gonna put the name of his game on it and be like, "I made this game."
This is totally 0, not 0, whatever.
Shut up. It's going to be good.
So, no, I wanted to give it to a child, but I
But
didn't
every
want to.
time you went up to a child going, "Hey, kid,"
Hey,
you want a
kid.
free
Yeah,
game?
exactly. So I
Parents
didn't.
like, "No, it's my child."
It's got stabbing and stuff. It's gory.
So I
You'll
didn't.
love it.
I didn't like. I didn't want to go up to a child because it's a bit pedo-y. So I thought I looked for a dad and his son, right? So I went to this dad, and I said, "Have you got an Xbox?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Look, I won this. I don't want it. Do you want it?" And he was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah, fine. It's fine. I don't want it." And he was like, "Oh, thank you very much." So I gave it to him, and that's the end of that story because
Chinny is such a nice person.
it's
He's
true.
a nice man.
It's true.
He's a
It's
nice
true. I don't tap people on the head. When I meet them, I talk to them. Stu, you know what I mean?
I didn't tap anybody on the head this
Anyway.
year, actually. Actually.
That this year, like it was. I didn't do it this
What,
year.
this year? I didn't.
So then I saw Antonio. He saw me. He actually jumped the queue.
Did you pat him on the head?
Patted him on the head, and I said, "Yo, Antonio." And then I think he won 2 free games. I can't remember what he won, but he won stuff. Anywho, we thought, well, what we're going to do, so we decided to play Call of Duty World War II multiplayer thing, and that was fine. It was exactly how you imagined it to be. It was Call of Duty.
Did it look good?
It was very pretty looking, and it was exactly what I wanted. It was a Call of Duty game that looked nice. and it was all stripped back, and it wasn't too crazy, and it just felt like the old Call of Duty. So yeah, I was impressed. We won. Our team won.
Oh, it was multiplayer then, so you didn't get to play campaign stuff.
No, they very rarely show off the campaign at a show like this, so I don't think anybody's seen the campaign.
Why? Because the campaign is the same every time.
Yeah, it's lots of things blowing up and stuff. But I think I'm gonna go and buy this year's Call of Duty.
What?
Because
I said that before.
Yeah, I used to play with a group of friends. They're a funny bunch. They do like lots of drugs and stuff, but that's just the way. You can't change them. But they're very nice people, and I met them on Halo 3 10 years ago. And I've met them in real life. They're very nice. We've all got lives now and adults and stuff. And I went to meet them in Manchester about a month ago, and I haven't played with them for years. It must be like 6 years since I've played with them. And we were big into Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty World at War, and Modern Warfare 2. And after that, we kind of dropped off. And they all went. They play a lot of Battlefield. But I think, I think we're all into getting this.
Let me ask you this: in the new Call of Duty, it's World War II, right?
Correct.
Do you have jetpacks? I assume.
Yes, and wall running, and also cyborg sidekicks. Sorry.
Yeah. UAVs.
Funny enough, you do have UAVs.
Are you serious?
I saw that.
There is a UAV. I don't know how. I think it's like a recon plane or something. So it's like a plane flying out above, something like that. So they work around.
Let me ask you this, though, Chino. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
If you hadn't played a shit ton of PUBG this year, do you think you'd have still been interested in buying this? Do you think that's got your sort of multiplayer itch going again?
No, I think it's just because I think it's the setting of this one. Like I don't like the Call of Duties. You know, if I see a double jump, I just kind of like throw up a little bit. And I'm not really into the futuristic setting that much. I feel like there's exceptions. You know, like Mass Effect and Halo and stuff. I will take exception to, but I feel like there's some games that go way too far into like the future. Maybe not in years, but just in concept. And I feel like, you know, I know Mass Effect has a lot of like, you know, bullshit in terms of like, you know, traveling distances and stuff, but I feel like it's a very grounded combat system. It's not too crazy, and there's, you know, a bit of, basically it's force powers, isn't it, and stuff like that. But
yeah,
you know, it doesn't overload you with its technology. There's a few holographs and you know, whatever. But I feel like Call of Duty Infinite War, whatever it was, it was just too sort of much with the multiplayer. I didn't like it. I don't know. It just doesn't feel.
Obviously, feature creep on every year. They got to add more and more stuff and more stuff, and then it just becomes nightmare things.
You're right, Duke. Yeah, it's too packed in. Whereas I think the reason why I liked Halo is very simple and stripped down. Yeah. And I feel like they did sort of, you know, feature creep it eventually. Whereas this one does. I mean, it is busy. There's a lot of stuff going on screen, but I don't think it's you know, it's basically just shoot people and kill them, and the weapons are recognizable. I know them. I don't know. There's just something about like, going back to World War II setting that we haven't done it for probably about 12 years, really. Something like that. Oh well, World at War was probably the last.
Well, not with Call of Duty anyway.
Yeah, Call of Duty. World at War was probably the last one.
Yeah,
and Black Ops had a little bit in the 70s and stuff. So yeah, it's been a while, and I feel like I wouldn't say fresh, but it just feels like
you just want to set people on fire, don't you?
Yeah.
Fire.
So yeah, I will be playing this on the Xbox One. So if anybody's interested in playing Call of Duty World War II, I will be buying it for that.
Do you know what I think was my kind of surprise of the show?
Do tell.
Was that I quite liked the new Assassin's Creed game.
I didn't like it.
No, you didn't, but I kind of think it might be good.
I wasn't really big on it. I felt like it was. Again, it could be a bad demo. Like I wasn't like hating it, but I just thought like it gave you one mission to do, and it was on a boat. And the whole point of Assassin's Creed is like climb shit. You know, that's the best thing about it. And it was just like, oh, you do this boat, get this gold, and it was like, I don't know, do whatever, bye. And then I just started to get into like doing a mission, and then it just went right, time's up, bye. And I just thought,
hey, thanks, bye.
Thanks, bye. I just thought it was a bad demo. I didn't really like it.
Yeah, the only comment I had, and I said this at the time, was that it was running on the Xbox One X, on the new fancy console. But it was still a bit choppy. It didn't run brilliantly, I've got to say. There were some issues.
I never spot things like that. I'm not a big frame rate whore or anything like that. It never really. I never spot things like that. So I don't know what you saw, but it looked fine to me.
There was a couple of things. There was if you turned quickly, it did get choppy. It was sort of, you could feel the frame slowing down as you were turning. It was, I don't know, there was a few issues technically, which I was kind of shocked at, because if it's running on the supposedly most powerful console out there, you're expecting this to be smooth as butter. Do you know what I mean?
Butter.
But it kind of wasn't. So, but it was. There's promise. I like Assassin's Creed. I always have liked Assassin's Creed.
I have always liked Assassin's Creed. I'm a big fan of Assassin's Creed. I've played most of them, and it's been a while since I've played one. But yeah, I don't know. Just there's nothing about this one that excited me in the demo. It was basically boats and really like small shanty towns and stuff. And I was like, this isn't a setting that I'm getting excited about here.
Yeah, you might be right. But I'll withhold judgment. I'm waiting because
I am. I'm not like writing it off. I'm just saying, like, so far this is like not grabbed me at all.
But I think it's fair to say from EGX, and the final thing I'll say on EGX is that the game we talked about the most, and everybody we spoke to talked about the most, was probably South Park.
South Park. Everybody was talking about South Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it did anything massively special to what it's done before. It's just because South Park's so ludicrous that when you
it was the craziest demo ever.
If they had a booth there that was a 10-minute episode of South Park and it had a really offensive joke in it, that's basically what everybody went to see. The game is the game. You wander around. It's an adventure game. But like, yeah, I just think it was the joke that they, what you had to do in the game is what was the talking point. There was nothing about South Park that sort of went, oh my god, they're doing this now, or there's nothing new about the gameplay or anything.
Technically, it was
exactly the same.
It was just a game.
It's going to be absolutely fine, that game.
But it's going to be hilarious. Yeah. I'm going to laugh a lot. I know I am.
I offended a woman when I said semen in the queue, because I was talking about what I did in South Park, and I didn't want to say the word cum, but semen was still too much. Yep. There you go.
So that's it. That's our EGX sort of recap, I guess.
Yeah. No, it was a good weekend. I was very tired.
I mean, just to sort of say, we had sort of met up with loads of people this year, didn't we? And we had so much fun and some great nights. And it was just cool to meet sort of everybody again. And I think this year what I thought was sort of better was people kind of came out of the shells a bit more, didn't it? People who were a bit shy last year were a bit more sort of like forward this year, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. A lot more relaxed. It was good. It was good. It was a good weekend. I just feel like today. I was saying to Tara, today is the first day that I've had where I've had nothing to do, like nowhere to go. But since like the weekend before, like Edinburgh, EGX, every day I was at work, London, all this stuff, and I just feel like I'm so tired. It feels like I'm still that tired from EGX. Like it didn't even feel that far away. I was just like, oh man.
I've got to say, by Wednesday, I was still knackered on Wednesday. I was like, I'm going to bed about 9 o'clock. I'm like, I'm going to bed. I'm so tired.
Yeah.
It takes you a week to recover. When you get to our age, man, like stopping up till 3 o'clock in the morning, it's not a good thing anymore, is it?
No. And you eat so much shit.
You do.
McDonald's, Five Guys, burgers, Subways, all sorts of shit.
Oh, God.
It's all bollocks.
It's all bollocks.
Anyway, that's EGX. It's done. That's over.
EGX, it's done. It's done. Over for another year.
So you know what?
And you're not coming next year. You're not coming.
No, I'll be getting my honeymoon on.
Honeymoon.
So what I'm going to do next year, Stu,
is
the audio recorder that we was using, I'm going to post that to
hold
you.
it further away from my mouth.
Hold it further away. Well, just remember it doesn't need to be right up in your
So
grill.
do I need to stick some smelly socks on it?
No, I will buy a windjammer. Don't worry, it's fine. And I will post it to you along with a few, like 3 GoPros or something.
Right.
And,
Okay.
And I'll have a letter in that post, and it will give you instructions, and that's
I will distribute appropriately.
Yeah, next year that's how we're gonna film and cover EGX, because without me, so.
Without you, it's just not going to be the same.
No, it won't. It will be shitter. Don't worry.
It will be shitter without Ginny.
It will be the first year we've not gone since 2009.
I know. 8 years, man.
What can you do? But yeah, when EGX finishes, the next thing is Extra Life.
Yeah.
So Extra Life is coming up, and I am not quite sure what I'm going to do right now. I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it.
So you're not going to try and get some Dirty 30 out of the way?
No, I feel like Extra Life is always like a separate thing that I do, like a challenge or whatever. Like I did how many stars I could get with Mario 64, how many Mario games I could get through. So there's some sort of challenge that I've got to set myself, usually Mario related. Yeah.
Do your Super NES, man.
Yeah, I could play all the games on my Super NES. I do have an idea with my brother that I could do. So like the Chin Brothers do Mario Brothers. I was thinking about doing. But my brother falls asleep a lot, so he might not last. Yeah, I'm not sure yet. So I will be doing it. So just a reminder, everybody, because other people in the VG Hub group on Extra Life have already started raising money. The WhatsApp group has already started exploding, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to start raising money." And then it's like, "Oh, 100 quid here, 100 quid there," and I'm like, "I've got 0 still. This is bollocks." So I need to step up my game. And
yeah, well, when it comes to raising money,
You really suck.
it's true. But I might be, and I don't want to talk about what it is yet, because I'm not sure. But there might be a prize for everybody that gives a donation.
Not for everybody.
No, sorry. Yeah, you're correct. Thank you.
Come away, man.
Come away. I will correct myself there. There will be a prize randomly selected from everybody that makes a donation. So
Yeah,
if you make a donation, you will be random. Someone will be randomly selected from that list, and you will be given a very good prize. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So Extra Life. What do you think I should do?
What, in games wise?
Yeah, like Extra Life.
I like the SNES idea. You know, like playing all the games on your SNES one at a time.
Some of them are brutal though.
I know, yeah. Well, that's the whole point, isn't it?
think of how good you'll feel when you overcome
Exactly.
Mega Man. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, I never played. I think I did play Mega Man X actually, but like
There you go.
I never played like Earthbound and Final Fantasy 3 and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 3, that'll be like 100 hours long or something
Fuck
ridiculous.
that.
There you go.
Yeah.
You love JRPGs.
Yeah, you love that turn-based combat. What's the matter with you?
Yeah. So that's that. But I haven't played any video games, so I got nothing to talk about.
I think we've talked about enough, to be honest.
3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So Duke, what have you've not seen you for 2 weeks. What have you been playing?
Yeah, first of all, I sent y'all a game that was free that I wanted y'all to
I know.
talk about.
We've been working, man, busy and shit.
Chinny just said he had nothing to do today, and you talked about a nap you took.
I know.
Screw the both of you.
Yeah, I spent most of the day watching the O.J. Simpson Made in America documentary.
I do want to see that. Anyway, the game is called
Anyway.
Battle Royale, and PUBG is suing them because
They're not suing them, are
they
they?
have the nerve to what?
They're not suing them. They've called them out, but I don't think they're suing
They
them.
have the nerve to say, this is just like this other game. Well, I got news for you. Your game is exactly like the movie Battle Royale and the Hunger Games, which is a ripoff of the movie Battle Royale. It's not like you had some blindingly original idea, PUBG. So anyway.
Exactly. Anyway.
This is
So
Epic.
what's it like? What's it like?
So it's a cartoony PUBG. And aside from that, it's exactly the same as PUBG. In fact, it's a lot like Stummies.
It's exactly like Stummies.
And the twist is?
It's a much bigger pill.
It's a much more cartoony pill.
Do you know what? Though? Do you know what though? PUBG guys must be a bit pissed because they're giving it away for free.
Well, of course they have to give it away for free.
Why? Why did they have?
Because PUBG's got the market cornered. Nobody's gonna pay for this.
So what do you think then? Is it good? Is it a good rival?
It runs a lot better than PUBG does. I'll tell you that.
That is funny.
You know, Antonio was saying in the chat, Fortnite's much better. You know, because he can play it. That's why. It's it's cartoony. It's hard to tell at first what's something you can pick up and what's not, because in PUBG, say what you want. Eventually, I mean, and maybe if I played Fortnite a little more, it would be easy to distinguish all that stuff. But here's the thing. Someone said in the Reddit thread when they announced it that I first found out about it, they said, after playing PUBG and now this, I can definitely say Battle Royale games are not for me. And I think that's just it. Like, I played a few rounds. I got killed right away. I didn't get any kills. And I was like, okay. It's a lot like PUBG, except it's more cartoony and it runs smoother and it's free. So there's that. There's no reason people shouldn't try it. It's just not my kind of game, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it because obviously, I haven't played PUBG because it sort of ran for 5 minutes and decided to crash randomly on me.
Right.
If this runs better, I'm gonna give it a go. I'm guessing it looks optimized, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty well.
This looks
optimized.
like PUBG for fucking babies.
It's 2 meets PUBG, exactly. It's all very cartoony.
It's not a plane, it's a hot air balloon.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a bus with a balloon on top.
No.
A bus with a balloon on
No,
top.
thank you.
But it's cute. It's whatever. I don't really know what to say about it.
The thing is, though, I'm guessing it'll get just as tense when there's only like 5 people left or whatever.
Yeah,
at
but
the end.
they're all fucking 10-year-olds.
Look.
Oh yeah, because
you play with
PUBG is
fucking
just
PUBG
a
is
bastion of
PUBG
mature,
is played.
intelligent adults.
PUBG is played by
Only mature
professional
adults.
MLG players. We all
They're
take
such a
it very
dick.
seriously.
They're all fucking kids. What are you talking about?
I haven't come across many kids on PUBG.
Yeah, that's probably because it's not talking.
They do talk. I hear a lot of people talk. And when you were in the lobby, I remember in the lobby we was all talking about socialism and whether or not it's right or wrong.
Nazi fag, you Nazi fag.
And then somebody else brought up some racial issues. Were the LA riots justified?
Yeah.
And it was a really interesting conversation.
I'm sure it was.
So anyway, that's Fortnite Battle Royale. Let's get to the real important thing. Rocket League Season 6 has started. Yay!
Yeah, boy.
In Rocket League.
There's banners. Dude, people, banners. Sick. The funny thing, too, is... Okay, so hang on a second. Let me talk about banners, and then I can talk about the
Rocket League.
accelerator.
It's not a funny game. What are you talking about?
No, it's great. So...
It's funny.
Now, it used to be when you scored a goal, and Chinny, you know this, it just put your name on the screen, right? Now, got a banner.
Sick.
Like in Call of Duty, when you get a kill, it'll show the person your banner, and you can have like, LOL, or, 420, dude. Well, now they've got banners like that. There's one that's a calculator, and it flashes EZ. So when you score a goal, you don't have to type EZ to be an asshole. It just flashes it on the screen. That's so obnoxious.
So it's awesome.
But they also give out awards for whatever rank you got last season. So because I made it to gold and got 12 wins as a gold player, I got a gold banner with a dragon on it. It's wicked, son. Believe that?
Yeah. I don't know what to say about
that. There's nothing much to say. I
don't think there's anything to say.
And I've got, I think, either 12 or 13 keys, and that the electroshock goal celebration is about 14 right now. So I'm real close to having a.
You're gonna be fucking buying them, aren't you? You're gonna be paying real dollars for keys.
I'm not buying them. I'm trading crates. And that's what I was going to say. That's funny. As soon as the new season began, it began on Friday night, and I noticed there was an update, and I was like, oh yeah, that's right, the new season starts today. Oh my God. So there was like a half an hour while the servers were all screwed up. And so in the Reddit Discord, everyone was like, dude, what's going on with the servers? Are they up? They're not up. I think they're up. No, they're not. You suck, fag. So eventually we got in. And
did he know you personally? What is that?
There's a crate. And there's a new crate, the accelerator crate is probably what the person's looking at on the screen. But here's the thing. On the first night, there were people offering like 3 keys for one of these accelerator crates. And I was like, damn, I got to get me one of them crates. Because that's a lot of money for a crate that just randomly drops in the game.
So how many games did you play to try and get one of these crates?
Well, I was just playing a little bit anyway because I wanted to get ranked in order to figure out what rank I was in. And they dropped me into Gold 2. I've never been above Gold 1 in my life. But after my 10 ranked games, they said, you belong in Gold 2, son. And I was like, oh my God, I don't believe it. So that was pretty nice feeling.
This is like some sort of weird golf thing, isn't it? You know, like golf like rankings and all that malarkey. Like and it's like you're handicapping golf, isn't it?
I guess. I don't know. All I know is I'm very happy that I'm in Gold 2 because if I can sort of keep where I'm at for a little while, I'll get my 12 gold games easy. And then whatever happens next season, I'll get that reward for gold. But then I got this.
What do you get for that? Like, what does that give you?
Well, that's what I said is that you got the gold banner with the dragon on it this time.
Hang on, says the man that, what do you get when you play Shape of the Shit or whatever and you're walking through and clicking some... What does that get you? What's that get you? What do you get? What do you get? Nothing. Because life's pointless. This podcast is pointless.
Thing that's Chinny. He just has to walk around.
Actually, I don't need no fucking banner with a dragon on.
Well, you don't get a banner with a dragon. Screw you. I got a banner with a dragon. I got 2 because I got a silver and a gold one. So up yours.
I don't care about...
Anyway, the point is that the new season's starting, and I played some games with Antonio today. What? And we started off too high, I think. So we not drugs high, but like our rank was too high. So we got just beat over and over and over. But once we came down a little bit, then our luck started to turn, and we had
what? Even with Antonio playing. I mean, he is usually really good at everything.
He is very good. But we go up against people who, like, no matter what shots we were making, they just easily knocked them away. And we couldn't recover fast enough. So, and those people probably play together hardcore all day, every day. So once you have a relationship like that, you can, you anticipate each other and all that. And, he and I play well together, but we don't have that, brotherhood.
And what are you saying? You're not totally intimate with Antonio. Is that what you're saying?
And I'm not as good as him. That's the other thing. So if I was out on level with him, like, we would be a lot better because, and here's the other thing. So much of the game has to do with, first of all, accuracy, which, as we've established, I suck at, and I'm getting better, but it's a very slow process. And it's also like situational awareness and like recovery. And I'm working on it, but it's hard. So I don't know. Whatever. That's Rocket League. It's awesome.
I haven't played Rocket League for a long time.
No, you have not.
No.
Rocket League.
Rocket League. Follow.
Dragon Age and Quiggy Gwig, I went back to that for a little bit.
Oh, it's a good game.
It is a good game, but God, there's so many different quests, and I'm like, I don't remember where I was. I don't remember what I need to do. And whatever quest I had highlighted was like, deal with stuff in this area. And I wandered around that area for like 20 minutes. I'm like, I don't know what I need to do here. And I didn't want to look on a walkthrough. So eventually I figured it out, but it was just, I don't know. I kept thinking the whole time, I'm like, if I was playing Skyrim, I wouldn't have this problem because
God.
But no,
you know what though? You just need to get your head in it quickly. That's what you need to do.
Here's the thing: Skyrim for me is like Shape of the Shit for you. I don't have to think about anything. It's just an experience. The wall is very small, and I can just leisurely step over it.
Ikukwig is a good game, though. I think you'd like it if you got into it.
Well, I do like it. It is a good game. I agree with you, but it's the type of thing where it's like, first of all, a lot of the wall is cutscenes, and then the other parts of the wall are like, you got to figure out where the wall is, and I'm like, I don't want to have to figure out where things are. So whatever. But I mean, whatever. I recognize that's part of the fun for some people. So it's like, okay, I like it when, I like it when it's like, go to this spot and kill the thing that's there. Okay, I'm cool with that. Because people said that's the problem with Skyrim. People were like, oh, every quest in Skyrim is the same. You just go into this crypt, watch out for Draugrs, and then you kill everything. Yes, that's what it is, and I love it. I want more of that, please. I don't mind that in a game.
So let me ask you, are you playing as a man or a woman?
I'm playing as a woman, Octavia.
Okay.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Is she awesome?
And, the story's good. BioWare knows what they're doing.
What's the name of the woman that you're playing?
Octavia, after Octavia Butler, author of Kindred.
That's
and
the
other
name of the car that I just bought.
Serious?
That's true. That is right. That is right.
Dude.
Listen out.
Zip it about.
Zip it about.
So that's all I have to say about Dragon Age and Quiggy Gwig. Again, I think I mentioned this before. I would use a bow for a while, but then it's such a slow process to fight with a bow when you're starting out. You got to rank it up and get good. But then when I fight with my swords as a rogue, I kept getting killed because I'm right in the middle of the battle. So I don't know. I don't know. Like when you fight as a warrior in Dragon Age games, you end up with like sword and shield. And I don't want to mess with a sword and shield. That's why I like the rogue, because you can dual wield. But then it's not, you're not as tough when you're a rogue. You're more supposed to be sticking and moving. And that's the other thing. I need to start doing that more. You're supposed to run in, attack people, and then turn invisible so you can run away. But that's not how I tend to fight in role-playing games. I like going in there just swinging everything until they're all dead.
See, I can't even remember what type of character I played as. I have no clue.
Did you finish the game, Stu?
Yes, I did finish it. I like Dragon Age.
It's very memorable.
Speaking of finishing games, I finished a game.
Whoa, what?
Whoa, dude. I know, it's exciting. Here, wait, we'll do the sound clip.
Let's play. Guess the game that Duke played and finished this week.
Yeah. Tormentum was a gift from Jason JP or JP Snake, I guess is his name. I don't remember. Anyway,
JP
thank you,
Snake.
JP Snake, once again. Yeah, he gifted this to me. It was probably on sale for like $2 because it always is. And as I mentioned before, the game itself is awesome. The gameplay is good. It's all very simple puzzles. It's a 2D, kind of Monkey Island type game. It's all set in this like H.R. Giger painting come to life. It's all, tormented souls and spines on the walls and blood everywhere and people being tortured and all that.
Okay.
But the thing that sucked was the end. And I need to give spoilers for Tormentum, so watch out.
What do you mean I might play this at some point?
Well, do you want me to not?
I don't know. I don't care.
It's that big a deal, but it can help.
Do what you want. Do what you want, man. I don't know.
This is a spoiler for the game Tormentum. Don't worry. No one will play
it. Spoiler, people.
The fun is the puzzles. The not fun is at the end, because it does that thing of like looking at your moral choices. And there's like 10 along the way. And it's not clear that the world is keeping track. like, you get captured with this.
Just before you carry on. So what you're saying to us is you're unhappy with the choices you made because it made you look like a dick.
No, let me finish.
Okay.
It's not clear at first that they're even keeping track of anything, because you get captured with this rat dude, and the rat dude goes, "Let me out and I'll help you." And you have the choice to either kill him or let him out. So like, what's the choice? Obviously, I'm going to let him out. But there's two choices that I didn't realize were bad choices, because later on you can give the rat dude something to make him stronger. And I was like, he's my boy. I helped him. He helped me. Of course I'm going to give him this thing. And then it's like, you caused suffering for lots of people when the rat got stronger. I'm like, how was I supposed to know that was going to happen? And then
that's life, man. That's life.
Apparently. But then there was another one where it was like, this dude, this bird went through killing all these people in this village. And then like the 3 survivors are like, where's the bird? And you find the bird. He's like, just let me die, please. I'm almost dead. Just let me die. And then you can tell the people, here's where the bird is. And they can get revenge for their whole village that got wiped out. Or you can keep your mouth shut and the bird can die on his own. Why is that a bad choice to be like, here's where the bird is, go get your revenge? So I did all the other stuff. I did the good things, saving people and letting people live and showing mercy. And then at the end of the game, it was like, oh, you did this good thing, this good thing, this good thing, good, 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 and then 2 bad things. You're going down the lake of fire. Your soul is impure. I was like, what the? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So that pissed me off.
So what you're saying is the good things way outweighed the bad things you did, but you still went to shit. Is that what you're saying?
Apparently, I don't know how many you can have that are quote unquote bad until it's like, I suppose you probably shouldn't have any, but it's just it was just weak, you know, because I felt like the whole thing, the stories were okay, but I thought the end just made it all really sour in my mouth. So, whatever.
So this is it like a puzzle game? I'm just looking at it now. It's just like you click things and different scenes appear.
Yeah, and you know, there's skulls that are missing their eyes, and you have to go find out where they are. They're usually like in the next room over or whatever. But the further you get into the game, the more complicated the puzzles get. So eventually it becomes, okay, you need something from the top of this house 5 screens away to bring it down into the sewers and the torture chamber or whatever it is.
Right.
But, you know, it's satisfying. Again, the wall's not very high. So if we're back to that wall metaphor, it's like a 2-foot, you know, wall. You just sort of hop over them, but they're, you know, cute about people's spines and whatnot. So,
It looks okay. It looks all right.
the graphics are great. The gameplay is solid. You know, there's
I'd
nothing.
say
real
the art is very good.
Yeah, the art's good. There was one puzzle that I had to look up because I was just like, I thought I've done everything in this area, and then it turns out there was like a telescope I didn't know you could use. And so I was like, oh, I didn't know that was an option. So you had to go and look at something in the telescope. And that puzzle was also kind of annoying with the cages and stuff. But whatever. Anyway, and then the final game I have to talk about is Grid 2. Because I mentioned that I had gotten a yearning for a racing game.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Setup, whatever it is. That's I couldn't get into that one. Burnout Paradise, I tried it again. It's very cartoony. It wasn't really what I was looking for.
Oh,
and so
good, man. What's the matter with you?
Grid 2 really ticked the boxes for me because it's, you know, it's basically Forza, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it's the problem I'm having is that apparently some of the cutscenes, the voices are real quiet. So I don't know if there's a setting I need to go in and tweak or something. But
maybe you're going deaf.
Maybe I'm what?
Going. You nearly got me there.
Yeah. So I mean, whatever. It's good. It's a racing game. Yeah. It is what I wanted it to be.
So let me just check. Let me check with you. You were worried about hearing the voices in the cutscenes of a racing game.
I know, but they are kind of significant.
What?
Like, not interesting, but just like I wanted to know what was going on. It's like, we've attracted this investor and he's going to bankroll your operation and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay.
It's not just subtitles for that.
I could turn them on, I suppose.
Maybe you should just do that.
But I want the experience.
I can't believe he was invested in a racing game cutscene.
That's what I mean. It's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Why am I
Jesus
racing?
Christ.
Like, I didn't.
I know, yeah.
I didn't get the plot of this.
Do you want
game.
the money, right? Yeah. That's it. That's what I've been playing.
Jesus Christ.
The end.
Jesus. Right. On that note, I think it's time for some news.
Putting news first.
Fucking hell, that trailer's sick.
What, Shape of the Shit?
Fucking
yeah,
Red.
I think we all know what Ginny's talking
Red
about.
Dead Redemption 2 trailer story. It's fucking great.
Prequel. It's a prequel.
John Marston's in it. Oh my God, Butch, it's a prequel.
The horse has got balls. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar released a new.
Looking off to a different direction than the rest of the group.
Yep. It's a prequel. And it's pretty as fuck.
Not out on PC, so fuck y'all.
It will, just not yet.
The first one never did. What are you talking about?
It will. It was a different time back then. It will.
Putting money on this?
Yep.
It'll be on PC, I think.
I will put money on it, Duke.
Yeah.
Right, we'll
Look, they want to make money. They're going to put it on PC.
Shit, they don't need money. They're making money hand over fist on GTA 5.
Yeah.
Anyway, have you done a breakdown? Are you going to do a breakdown video?
I was thinking about doing a breakdown video. I haven't done one yet because it's been very, very busy. and I've just watched the trailer about 2-3 times, so I've not even had a chance to like obsess over it. But yeah, it's looking good.
I think I've obviously watched it a few times now. The heists are back, aren't they? We're gonna have GTA 5 type heists in this.
Yeah, I think so.
I think again, multiple character players, so you can sort of switch between characters. It's looking like.
Yeah, probably. There's a few players that sort of dominate the trailer, not just one. So, yeah, it's fucking Red Dead, man. It just looks great.
It looks awesome, doesn't it?
It just looks great. They really know how to knock a trailer together, Rockstar. And every time, all they got to do is release an image, and everybody goes mad. So, like a whole trailer is just lovely. It just yumma. It's beautiful, and I just cannot wait to play it. I'm going to take a day off work. I'm gonna play the shit out of it. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Every scene they show you just looks great. It looks, I'm sure Red Dead holds up with its graphics, and it'll just be interesting to see what they've learned from GTA 5 and how this carries over. Because the multiplayer in Red Dead 1 was pretty good, actually.
We had a lot of fun doing that.
Better than GTA 4. I'm wondering whether they're gonna have a decent multiplayer, but not sort of flesh it out as much as GTA 5, or they're just gonna go all out and have.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like GTA or the Red Dead multiplayer was good, but it felt very disjointed. It was like you're gonna go into a match and do a game, and then that's the end of it. Whereas in GTA 5, it feels more integrated into, there's a world.
Yeah, there's a world, there's cutscenes, there's characters, and
and I mean, they had some of that in Red Dead 1 multiplayer, but not a lot.
No. So, yeah, I will be very interested in what they do, and I'm sure they'll release a multiplayer trailer and a few more story trailers and stuff. But no, looking forward to it. Can't wait, and we've got spring 2018, which is probably May. Because that's when spring officially ends for the calendar. So I reckon it'll be about May when it comes out.
Yeah.
There is. I mean, I don't know what you've noticed in the news stories. There's fans already mapping the game. There was a sort of elite map that came out last year.
Yeah.
Well, they're more or less verifying that from the trailer for the game.
Right.
So they're doing that by looking at the land and looking at the sort of features in the land, and then looking at the map that was leaked last year.
Yeah.
And
I say this a lot because I think it's kind of an obnoxious thing to say in general, but what do these people really not have anything better to do with their time?
They don't. So they're matching all this stuff up and saying, yeah, it looks like that leaked map might be right. So it's over 3 states. This game is what they're thinking. So it's going to be mahoosive.
I'm not going to get excited by a fucking map.
I know, right?
Or reviews.
See, and that's the thing, Stu. You could just get this game and walk around in it. You don't.
Oh yeah, then maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Exactly. You're gonna shoot people? No, I'm just like walking around.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna walk around.
The thing is, if you try and walk around in a Rockstar single-player open world, you will end up shooting somebody in the face.
Yeah, because shit goes down.
Because shit got I remember in Red Dead, one of the best things about Red Dead was the random occurrences. And in GTA 5, they were very good as well, where you'd just be walking along, mind your own business, and all of a sudden, this person this damsel in distress will say, "Hey, mister, I need some help. My horse and guard, fucking," and then you're getting robbed, and you have to fucking teach that bitch a lesson. So you tie her up, you put her on the train, you put her on the train track, and you watch that bitch get run over by a train because she tried to scam your ass, and then you get an achievement for it, and now you're on the run from the law, so then you have to shoot all those guys, and it's fantastic.
Yeah, the sort of side mission or the sort of random encounter I always remember in GTA 5 was the woman jogger who you had to beat. You remember her?
Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
So that's one I always remember. I don't know why. It was just some weird random encounter, but I always remember the woman jogger.
I remember the one in GTA 5 where you're driving around and this woman's just throwing all this guy's shit out the house. And
I
like,
don't think I came across that.
I think he was cheating on her or something, and he's like, "You better fucking," and you have to do a favor for him or something like that. It's just brilliant, and I love that about Red Dead. Red Dead started well. There was some in GTA 4 actually, but there wasn't as fleshed out, and then Red Dead just capitalized on it, and it was great. And the great thing about Red Dead, I thought, was like the open world worked better because it wasn't dense. You know, in GTA 5, like there's buildings everywhere, and for it to be very truly immersive, you should be able to go into every building, which isn't realistic. But in Red Dead, because everything's open, it just feels like a real world, and it feels a little bit more realistic in what happens, and because it is the Wild West. You know, people getting into a shootout or running from the law or randomly shooting somebody. I just love, sometimes in Red Dead you'd come across something and it would be just someone holding somebody hostage and they get shot. I remember in GTA 5 you come across basically the scene from No Country for Old Men, where there's money and there's all the cars and there's been a shootout, and it's just this weird, haunting sort of scene that you've come across, and it always feels like you've come to the aftermath of something. And they do it so well, and I just...
They do a good job of using the environment to tell stories.
Yeah.
Not as well as Bethesda, but whatever.
Yeah, Bethesda, great.
Hey.
I need to show you a video, actually, about when an NPC gets angry at you.
Nice.
I need to show you that. But anyway.
Do you know what's kind of interesting? Millie was talking about this. It was talking about Red Dead Redemption 2, unbelievably.
Yeah.
Because one of her friends at school, Eddie, is talking about the game and saying, "Oh, I can't wait till this comes out." He's apparently played. He's 15 years old. He's apparently played Red Dead Redemption 3 times through.
Yeah. What a man.
I know. 15, man. So even the youngsters are loving Red Dead.
You act like 15's like 10. Like 15's
It's young.
fine.
It's young, man. It's young to play Red Dead 3 times.
He knows more swear words than you do.
I know. It's 15.
Oh, Chinny, I think I found that video you were talking about. The NPC Fallout.
Is it a man by a swimming pool?
Yeah. You want to play the audio here real quick?
Yeah, do it.
Right. You got
Rickrolled.
I'm sorry. Are we in 2007 right now?
Yeah. See, pop culture is cyclical.
Oh yeah.
Meme it up. Hey Antonio, what was that one we saw today? Look at that guy's lips or something. I don't know. He told me it was a meme. The only thing they said in the whole game was like, look at that guy's lips. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? And Antonio looks at it and he goes, oh, it's a meme. Don't worry about it.
Everything's a meme. If somebody says something random like, hey, you better put the spanner on the shelf, oh, it's a meme.
Oh, the shelf spanner.
And then you go on Facebook and everybody's taking pictures of a pair of glasses on a shoe. He's like, oh, can you take a picture of a pair of glasses on the shoe? It's the latest thing. It's like planking, but shoe glasses.
Glasses.
You fucking dicks.
Soul brother.
The internet's weird. Yeah, news. We're doing news, aren't we? Anyway, Red Dead's going to be fucking sick.
That's news. You know that.
Other news is...
What's news? Come on.
Yeah, this one here. Red Dead is going to be awesome. Red Dead is sick. The new trailer for Red Dead was released this week.
There's a trailer for Red Dead? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I never knew.
Sony wishes that PlayStation VR had stronger competition. I'm gonna let that hang like a bad fart. Well done, Sony. I'm not gonna go into that because it's boring. I just clicked the article and fell asleep a little bit.
Apparently, they've sold the install base is 1.8 million headsets now have been sold, which is in comparison. There's 667,000 for the Vive and 383,000 for the Rift. So they are outselling the competition by a long way.
Anyway, we got PUBG news. So PUBG Corp formed to focus entirely on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds development. Given PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds global success, we want to ensure that we have the operational efficiency that is required to support the game globally, said PUBG Corp CEO Chang Han Kim, who previously served as Bluehole's vice president. He says, this new structure allows us to be nimble as we look towards the expansion of strategic business opportunities that include the game's potential in the esports sector and the growth of PUBG as a true global IP franchise. In an effort to create more centralized points of contact for players around the world, the newly formed subsidiary, is that how you say that name? Subsidiary has opened an office in the United States with locations around Europe and Japan. So there is now a company that supports PUBG in all of its sort of businessy stuff.
God, like they're not making enough
That's
money.
News. This is Chinny's news time. Red Dead Redemption and PUBG.
Yep.
PUBG, follow.
Also,
nope, never mind that shit.
The SNES Mini Classic was released, and Chinny made a video.
Do you know what? That's the best mini console ever.
It is a very good console, to be fair. I don't know. It's all boring. Everybody's gone to the Rapture.
There isn't a lot. There's not a lot of stuff this week.
So the developer who made Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, or as I call it, Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, has laid off a lot of its staff. In a blog post on the company's website, studio co-founder Dan Pinchbeck explains the decision. Quote,
it's a made-up name.
Yeah.
Jamaican accent, let's go.
The situation between financial pressures, trying to keep the lights on for the employed team, man. The stress of the end of the development, health issues, just wasn't a attainable thing anymore. It was time to take a break, recharge. The fucking Irish has come out.
Why have you gone Irish?
And have a good think about the future.
So here's the thing, man.
What up, man? When you think about it, though, Ireland and Jamaica are not that far apart.
So close.
They're both islands, right? They're both islands.
Yeah, they're both islands. If you're looking from Jupiter, Jamaica and Ireland are right next to each other, so it doesn't really matter.
I love the next thing he said though. He's just like, oh, we need to recharge, recover, and have a good think about the future. Then what did he do?
So we let our team go.
So they got rid of everyone. That's what we do.
There's no better way to relax than not have a job.
Just fuck everybody off. See you later, people.
Layoffs are never pleasant.
Oh my god.
Particularly when you're all trying to wrap a game. Like, yep, okay, fine.
Oh my god.
I don't know. That's it, really. People.
What about that first story?
What?
I want to talk about the first news story. There's an interesting study that came out.
Piracy
Here, I'll talk about it.
Actually increases legitimate sales of video games. Go, Duke.
Go, Duke, go.
Yeah, so there's an EU commission that looked into this, and they looked at it in terms of music, films, and TV series, books, and games. And what they found was in movies and TV series and books, there was a negative displacement rate. In other words, it gave a hit to the buying of those things. With regard to music, there was no outcome, positive or negative. So apparently, the pirating of music doesn't change the music industry's sales.
Do you know what though? I think music sort of has changed so much so with the sort of like Spotify and Amazon.
I think that's where the big change is happening.
Totally different.
That's why the industry is really. But that's not pirating. That's just.
No, it isn't. But I'm just saying. I think that music is so much more accessible now than it's ever been.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, most albums that I want to listen to these days, they're on YouTube in their entirety. Now, granted, that's because I mostly listen to albums from 20 years ago, but still, the point stands. But when it came to games, there was a plus 24% displacement rate. So that means that when people pirate games, that actually leads to more sales. And they said the estimated effect of illegal online transactions on sales is positive. It may be explained by the industry being successful in converting illegal users to paying users. Tactics used by the industry include, for example, offering gameplay with extra bonuses or extra levels if consumers pay. So how about that?
There you go. See, pirating is good. No, it's not. It's never.
I mean, it's not good, but it's an interesting, it doesn't end up hurting sales for the industry as a whole. Now, that obviously doesn't apply to certain developers. Some people are going to be hurt, but we've also seen a number of developers who have said, look, we want to make sure this game gets out, so we're going to have, a decent torrent put out for it or whatever, because they want to, the love of the game is what drove them to make it. So even if it doesn't result in a whole lot of money, they're still going to, try to make sure people get access.
It's all about the cash.
It is about the cash, no doubt about it. I mean, artists got to eat, but I mean, I give away my mind wipe books, so.
I think we're done for news. Everything's boring.
I think we're done for news.
SNES Mini,
Is that it for news?
Red Dead.
Are we done?
That's all you gotta know.
That's it.
You just want to play with your SNES Mini. That's what this is all about.
And I want to go back and get some more gold on Rocket League.
G-O-L-D, G-O-L-D, let's go.
Right. Well, in that case, is there nothing else you want to talk about in the news? Is there anything else?
No, we're done. Moving on. What's the next segment?
Yeah. Speak pipes, I reckon.
It's time for a
Speak pipe. It's the way to leave a message for us.
A little editing on the fly there. It's time for a speak pipe. The first one comes to us from Brian Bryanson 1 week ago today.
It is.
Hello, Veteran Gamer Boys. It's Brian Bryanson here. You can find me on brianbryanson.org.net.com.co.uk and ... Anyway, it's Brian Bryanson from the Brian Bryanson Boys and the Brian
Not
Bryanson
bullshit.
Games.
There's no website,
Good to be
brianbryanson.com.
back, Veteran Gamers. Now, listen up. You're probably going to get this speak pipe in future. This speak pipe is being sent into the future. Really weird that there was that future echo then. Anyways, listen up, boys. You've probably been to EGX by now. I'm going to EGX on a Sunday, but I want to know what's your highlight of the show, Chinny and Stu. And Duke, I'm going to get into Rocket League soon. Yes, going to get back into Rocket League, boy. I want to know this. I use that Back to the Future card and it looks sick. What card do you use? Anyway, back to EGX. At EGX, right, I'm going to go there. I'm going to go into the Lord main floor. I'm going to go, oi, Stu. Oi, Stu. It's me, Brian Bryanson. Stu. Oh, that's not Stu. This is really embarrassing there. A little bit awkward. Everyone's like looking at me. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll get over it. It's full of nerds here. Anyway, really sweaty smells. Right, so I'll see you on the other side. Brian Bryanson there. Seriously, you can go now. Doop doop.
Okay. Well, that was just lovely.
It was lovely. Oh, Brian. Oh.
So,
your echo.
To be fair, we never saw him on the Sunday. I did look out for him, but
so
we never
think.
saw him.
I mean,
So
maybe
maybe we did.
Oh,
Maybe we did.
So the highlight of your EGX? You said it earlier, but was it the Friday night?
Probably the Friday and obviously the Saturday night, the MLGX party, which is always a good crack.
I think it was Boom Boom Shake the Room by...
yeah, it was Boom Boom Shake the Room was the highlight of... Do you know what? What was so funny about that? Before he went on, I went, yeah, you're going to be one of these people who are really good, but you're just pretending you're going to be shit, aren't you? And he was like, no, I'm really shit, man. I'm really shit. And he was fucking good.
He was great.
So there you go.
On the usual formula.
Yeah, he caught us out, man. But yeah, MLGX, man, shout out to them. They made a lot of money again on... They sold some stuff for a lot of money.
A Destiny Warlock thing
for
600 quid.
Yeah, which was probably worth about, what, 50?
200.
I don't know.
200 and something.
Oh, it was 200 odd quid then.
Yeah.
But still, it's a lot of money.
For the kids, man.
A lot of money. It's for the kids, so yeah, well done to them again.
Duke, what kind of card do you use in Rocket League?
I have like 6 presets. The Road Warrior, I don't know the names of any of them actually. I have what I call them, the Homer, which is blue and yellow and it's got a donut on it. I got the Slick car, which has my fancy animated paint job. I got the Road Warrior. I got the Time Machine, which is the Great Scott. It's the Back to the Future car. And what else do I got?
Which is what Brian uses, incidentally. That's what he said.
Yeah. I got the. I also have one that shoots icicles out of it, and I have the cool wheels that radiate the ice. You know, like frost. And so whenever I play with that, I say, "Oh, that was a nice way to begin." And ice way to begin. Very clever wordplay, you see. And they just
very clever.
They don't realize it's a joke. They just think I'm messing up with my typo, but I'm not.
Can I just say, we were watching the Red Bull Soapbox Challenge tonight on the TV.
Yeah.
Which is like go-karts.
The other thing that's weird about Stu is that he actually watches TV.
I know, yeah.
I find that so strange.
So they basically race go-karts downhill, you know, like things made out of wood and stuff. But the car that won was a replica of, obviously, the DeLorean from Back to the Future. So, you know, so there you go. Yeah. And it was cool. It did look cool, I've got to say. They did do a good job. Nice. It was nice. Nice.
All right, next speak pipe is from Derek Saints. So here we go.
This is the greatest and best song in the world. Tribute.
Hey, veteran gamers, it's Derek Sains again, and I took delivery this week of some CDs, which I bought cheap online. And
oh my God, CDs!
I know CDs aren't as popular as they once were.
Damn right.
What the fuck's a CD?
What the veteran gamers' habits are for collecting music. Do you just stream music? Do you buy music? Do you buy CDs? Do you actually buy whole albums? Do you buy even vinyl? Do you have a record player? Or do you just listen to the radio, you know, whatever, or YouTube? I just really wondered what sort of music you listen to. I know Duke talks about the hippity hop a lot on these Didactic Screencasts, but
hippity hop.
Sure, what other music he's into. So that's about it, really. And on that note, I'll just say keep on listening to music and keep on gaming. And I think I'll let the Tenacious D boys finish off the speak pipe. So until next time.
And the peculiar thing is this, my friends. The song we sang on that fateful night, it didn't actually sound anything like this song.
So there you go.
That just reminds me of the sort of MLGX party because Dan and Lewis sing that song every year. Every fucking year.
Okay.
I would like to sing a song. No, that's fine.
That's pretty good.
So there's 3 times I listen to music, really. There's 3 formats. There's 3 places that I listen to the music, okay? There's at school, there's in the car, and there's when I'm gaming at home. So when I'm at school, mostly I'm listening to music off of YouTube. I have some CDs at school, but it's too annoying to switch things out at this point. It's just easier to go to YouTube and pull up, you know. You can easily find, like the other day I was interested in listening to Miles Davis. And you just put Miles Davis into Google, you'll get 20 albums right there on YouTube, and you can just play them right off of YouTube. Like, why futz with anything else? There's no ads, no nothing. Sweet.
Yeah, so but the only problem with YouTube is you can't turn your phone off while you listen to it.
Well, that's true, but I'm not listening on my phone, am I? I'm listening through the computer that's hooked into my sound system in the room. So it's not.
I guess that's fine then.
Anyway, so there's that. Yeah, and at school it's mostly going to be like, you know, music without words. So jazz is good for that. Ambient techno music, hip-hop instrumentals. There's a lot of good stuff of that online. And yeah, sometimes a little Japanese noise music. I want to freak the kids out a little bit.
Japanese noise music? What the fuck is that? Oh,
yeah. Have I not played that for you? Merzbow, Venereology?
No.
Okay, well, let me hip you to it. Venereology. I spelled it wrong. Google knows what I... Here we go. I'll play a little bit of the first song to give you a taste. That's not it.
What the hell is that?
This is not the right thing. Somebody is messing with us.
That sounds terrible. What is that?
Ah! How dare you! Damn it! Okay, here we go. This is one of the songs.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Let me skip ahead a little bit so you can get a taste of the song.
Oh my god! What is that?
I think we did. No, I think me and Tara having that as our first dance for our
That's
wedding.
like if the Aphex Twin had a breakdown.
It's not for everybody. No, he was doing that way before Aphex Twin came along. So Aphex Twin actually is in some ways showing his influence from Merzbow.
Yeah, but at least Aphex Twin has a little bit of melody sometimes.
There's melody in this. What are you talking about?
Jeez.
And the students are always like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, "It's
white
awesome.
noise."
You bought that?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I have like 6 of his albums." What are you talking about, you idiot?
I can understand why they might be saying shit like that. I can.
So
Jesus
anyway, that's at school. In the car, it's mostly podcasts. Sometimes on the way to school, I'll listen to Hippity Hop.
Can I just whoa. Just going back to the weird Japanese noise shit, right?
Yes.
Why do you listen to that at school in particular rather than anywhere else?
Actually, it's just once each semester we talk about the top 10 mistakes that students make, and after they talk about not doing your homework, I say, students aren't creative enough. Students often they think that fantasies from TV or rap videos or wherever, or Hooters restaurant, that's reality. And then I make a joke. I say, you listen to that music you're listening to. It's not even music. It's just noise. Now, Merzbow, there's some beautiful music. Anybody ever heard of Merzbow? And they're always like, what? Who? So I'm like, I happen to have some queued up here.
Oh, my God.
A little bit. And then I play them. And then they're like, what the hell? And then I have to explain the joke. I'm like, you see, I was joking. What I listen to is actually noise. But that's the funny thing. Future generations have no way to make music that's even more horrible than that. Like,
I don't think anybody could make music more horrible. It's not even music. It's just a noise. It really is a noise.
People are like, oh, Screamo. I'm like, dude, Screamo, whatever. Get out of my face. That's not horrible. That's not Merzbow, man. So anyway. So in the car, it's hippity hop. Sometimes after a long day at school, I'll put on some ambient, quiet techno on the way home. Massive Attack, maybe, or whatever.
I like a bit of Massive Attack. It's good,
right? And then when it's playing games, it's a lot of hippity hop. I have a playlist with like good aggressive rap tracks, but I'll also listen to electronic music, of course. I've been really into this deep bass. What's the guy's name? Shingo Nakamura has this melodic progressive.
Now, just tell me this is not just noise again.
No, I think you'd like it, Stu. It's like
I like that.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been really into him lately, and Crystal Method and Chemical Brothers and Prodigy.
I like Crystal Method. They're so good.
And they're good for it's perfect for Rocket League because it's like, yeah, get out there and do it. So those are the 3 areas and what I listen to when I'm listening. I also listen to some hardcore, heavy metal, Corrosion of Conformity, Ministry, stuff like that.
Ministry.
That's done.
Jesus built my hot rod. Chini's like, what the fuck are these two talking about?
I'm just playing my guitar.
Good car needs to worry about nothing.
I'm just playing my guitar now. Sorry.
Well, that's what Al Jurgensen does with Jesus Built My Hot Rod.
Sorry, what? I don't know what you're talking about.
Jerry Lee Lewis was the devil.
So, Chini, music. What music do you listen to then, and where?
So I listen to a lot of normal shit, like like
Katy Perry.
No, not Katy Perry. I'm sure she's a lovely woman, but I don't listen to her.
Ariana Grande.
No, I like Jungle. I like Jungle, the band. They're good.
Oh, I thought you meant drum and bass music.
But I do like some Jungle.
Yeah.
I like a lot of hippity hop. So if I was to listen to now that I've got a new car and it's got DAB, now I can listen to One Extra, motherfuckers. One Extra is a radio show in Britain where they play a lot of grime and shit.
Jesus was an architect previous to his career as a prophet.
What are you doing? What is that?
Has Jesus Built My Hot Rod?
All of a sudden.
Yeah, listen to this. So good.
Girl. So there was only one thing that I could do was ding a ding dang my dang along ling long.
Anyway, you were saying
I love that song.
Terrible,
so
terrible,
song.
terrible.
Brilliant.
So what else do I like? I like a lot of old shit. So I listen to a lot of Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash. I now love Run the Jewels, thanks to Duke.
Yeah.
And then I listen to
G-O-L-D, go.
It's really hard not to be interrupted all the time.
You
You just get it going, and then he just comes. Then he just comes in. You kind of get into a rhythm of talking, and then he goes bam. But I listen to a lot of classical music because I'm trying to play a lot more classical music now, and I'm getting there with it.
When you say classical, what do you mean, like Mozart? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like Mozart or Bach or whatever.
What, on the guitar?
Well, like there's classical songs that you can play, and there's like arrangements you can play. Like
what about Classical Gas? You ever play that?
No, is that when you just fart?
It's on The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. So like there's like all your grades you can get for your guitar. I never did grades, but there's a song at grade 8, and
Classical Gas.
there's a song at grade 8. That's like a classical arrangement. It's quite difficult to play, so I'm trying to play that so I can just basically not because I can pass the grade, so I can just go I can play this song. What else? You might laugh, but I listen to Mongolian throat singing a lot.
No, I'm not laughing. Really.
Do you really?
Yeah, so I love Mongolian music.
It's a beautiful sound.
It's really cool. It's very calming, and I love weird instruments. Like,
do you know what? I can just sort of see Chinny sat there with some sort of weird rope top on, like with some panpipes, listening to Mongolian music.
I like
smoking pot.
Yeah, I don't know. No. So the what else do I like? I like Alt J. I
love Alt J. So good.
Black Keys. There's a pianist, which you've got to say carefully. Cool. I don't know how to say his name. Is it Ludovico Einaudi? I think. I think he's the Italian man, and he plays a lot of piano shit, and it's fucking brilliant. And I found him through This Is England. He plays a lot of This Is England tunes. Yeah, I don't know. Nina Simone. Love Nina Simone. She's one of my favourites.
Yeah. Nice. Good choice. Good choice.
And Kanye West. Shitload of Kanye West. Love the Yay. I love him. I know Duke's not a massive fan of him. But
I like Jesus Walks With Me. That's a great song.
Jesus, I think he's done. I honestly think he's a great artist. Personality aside, I think he's a great artist because he never settles for like a sound, or he just kind of like keeps moving on, and he keeps changing, and every album's different, and I think he's.
But it's funny actually. That makes me not like him as much because I like again, as with most things, I'm a creature of habit. I want when I listen to Ministry, I want.
But like with that,
Ministry covered Bob Dylan at one point, and I was like, no, I don't want to hear this. So
yeah, with that though, like for me, I don't like that point because you can just go back and listen to his old shit. It still exists. Do you know what I mean? If I want to listen,
slight variations on a theme though.
If I want to listen to
version of the same thing.
If I want to listen to fucking Jesus Walks, I put in Jesus. If I want to listen to Drive Slow, I fucking put on Drive Slow. But then he'll come out. It's not on his latest album, but he made a song called Hold My Liquor, and it's fucking brilliant. And he's still smashing them out. He's still brilliant. But it's just a shame that he's an absolute fucking nutcase as well. But I think you have to be talented, to be honest.
But like shithead nutcase too. Like he's friends with Donald Trump, and like at one point he's like, "I hate books. Books think they're smarter than me." Shut up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's an idiot, but he makes great music. But I like Sia. I'm not a massive fan of like a lot of like current singers and stuff, but I like Sia. The one that covers her face all the while with her hair. I like her. She's good.
Yeah, she's a bit weird.
I like her. I think she's really good.
Yeah, Chandelier, man.
MIA is also one of my favorite artists. She's awesome. I love MIA.
MIA is pretty cool. But she's a bit like, oh, I'm doing a show while I'm pregnant. Fuck the system. And I'm like, you probably go home and drink margaritas and, like, you put on your jeans one leg at a time like everybody else. Don't act like you're special. bitch. So I just feel like she's got this cockiness about her. I've just been talking about Kanye West. I realise that.
I know. I was just gonna say.
Yeah, exactly.
But like my love.
I agree. Both of them have that. Yeah.
My love for Kanye West is purely on his like he's like an embarrassing uncle. Do you know what I mean? I love what he does, but like as soon as he says something, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know. But yeah, that's what I do, and yeah. So I listen to a lot of stuff.
So let me ask you, just let's double check. You've not got any vinyl, have you? You're not a vinyl person.
Oh no, so the way I consume music is now that I've got a new car with Bluetooth. I dropped physical stuff fucking years ago. Like I am done with physical games, physical music, physical DVDs. They are done. I can't give a fuck about them. They're dead. They never existed. Fuck them. Sometimes I get like some old DVDs. I buy them from the shop and I get a gun and I shoot them. Duke. I shoot them. No, I'm done. So now that like everything's on my phone, like I do Google Play on my phone, and yeah. So like that's how
I can't quite break free. I still have like 700 CDs in the front room. I don't really listen to them much, but I know they're there if I ever need them.
No, they're done.
And I have all the music on my computer, so
it's
I mostly
over.
just use my phone. But
it's over.
It is over. Do you know what's weird?
I use Spotify when I play games. Like I don't listen to the CDs, but DVDs I'm not done with. We still go to the communist game shop and they have DVDs there. I just got Moonlight on Blu-ray.
You are crazy.
Oh, by the way, a couple of weeks ago, you said, "Oh, you won't like Moonlight, Chinny." I've watched Moonlight. I watched it at the cinema.
And
it's very slow, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the whole movie's like, I think he's gay. Yeah, he's gay. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
There's very barely a trace of a wall in that movie.
Yeah. Well, I think there is a big wall because it's like.
There is, but it's like
about?
It's just showing you one part of the wall. Whereas a lot of movies are like racing along the wall or going over the wall. It's just like, here's the wall. Continue to look at the wall, please.
Yeah. It's like, here's a little wrestling scene when they're kids, which is kind of a bit weird.
Hanging off the beach. They're hanging out at the beach. Oh wait, they're doing something very interesting at the beach. How about that?
Yeah. No, I didn't hate it.
It's just I know it's not the type of movie you're usually into.
Like no one exploded. Like I was really disappointed.
No one blew
in the beach
up.
scene, the one kid kind of did.
Oh yeah, I suppose he did. Yeah.
He jerked him off. In that beach scene in Moonlight. Chinny said nobody exploded.
It won an Oscar, and we just went, he jerked him off on the beach.
He jerks him off on the beach.
Oh, what an Oscar.
Like that, though. Avatar, blue people, fuck a tree or whatever. Like, you boil any movie down to like a really dumb synopsis.
Yep.
Yeah. Titanic, lady throws a diamond in the ocean.
Yeah. And cries.
After fucking in a car.
There was loads of room on that plank of wood for Leo. Like, I don't know why.
Plenty.
I don't know why she didn't let him on. That is so stupid.
No room. Goodbye.
No, she just made herself bigger. She went, oh, it's so small, this plank of wood. So.
It's like the size of a toothpick. I do have some vinyl that I bring to school in order to show the students how record players work. I just did that last week, actually. But Google Play had a really cool Google image, or a Google Doodle, I guess, where they let you play with turntables. And you could,
I remember that. That was good. That was
awesome. And I showed it to my students, and they were all into it. And they were like, I want to get this achievement. And I was like, oh, sweet, do this. And you could scratch on it and stuff. It was really good.
It's like in Back to the Future 2, when he goes, you got to use your hands.
Yeah.
I don't know. This isn't about video games. What are we talking about?
By the way, I haven't even talked about what
Who needs to talk about it?
Oh, God. I'm going to play the guitar.
Stuff to listen to, man. I have vinyl. I have a record player. I like vinyl. There's something tactile about vinyl, like sort of touching. I like touching vinyl, and it's just, I don't know. There's something about vinyl over other mediums of sort of music, really.
Hipster, you're a hipster.
I am. I like vinyl though, so I buy Kay a couple of albums every year for Christmas. So I kind of always do that, and we've also got a huge collection of old vinyl that was in the attic. Until we bought a sort of a new record player, and then in recent years, you know, when they sort of became fashionable again. It is cool. I've got it rigged up to a fairly good system, so it does sound quite nice. But It's just good. It's pure, man. It is what it is. That's how it sounded when it was printed and pressed and all that malarkey. So it is cool. I am into electronic music, as you know. My favourite track at the moment is a track called Cola. Have you heard this, Duke?
I don't think so. Cola?
Cola, yeah, by Camel Fat is a sort of group, I guess, or artist that does that.
Okay.
But it's such a good tune. But put it on, man. It's so good.
That and Elderbrook.
There you go.
Is it building to something?
Oh, it does.
The arguments, but she sips the Coca-Cola. She can't tell the difference yet.
It's good. It's a good tune. But I listen to a lot of podcast music, so I listen to.
By the way, the whole Saturday night was Stu and Tara saying, "Have you heard this song? Have you heard this song? Have you heard this song? Have you heard this song?" Tara's massive into like everything.
We've got very similar taste in music, I have to say.
Tara's like, "Have you heard this song?" She's like, "Ooh, have you heard this song? Ooh, have you heard this song?" And I was like,
best songs. Oh, it's the best song.
Oh yeah, but this song is the best song.
It was. Oh my god, and I've got some music that Tara gave me on my phone now, so it's cool. So it's very cool. Sort of more recently, I listened to a lot of podcasts. So I listened to Defected in the House, which is great. So if you saw some sort of dance music podcast, Defected in the House, and DJ Theo's San Francisco House is pretty cool. So there's a couple of sort of recommendations. If I want to listen to something a bit more rocky, I listen to Royal Blood. Royal Blood are pretty cool. What else do I listen to? Loyal Kana, he's a pretty cool rapper, so I listen to him.
I was listening to him this week.
He's good. He's so good.
I've seen him live.
You have. He's such a good rapper.
I didn't know who he was.
He's very laid back. It reminds me a lot of De La Soul. It's sort of very sort of chill.
I think you like him actually, Duke.
I've told Duke about him before. Loyal Kana. But Duke just dismissed it last time.
Yeah, but I'm telling him now, so.
I know, yeah, listen to you.
Connor?
No, Loyal as in Loyle and then Kana. Carner.
Oh, Carner. Okay.
Carner.
I got you.
Yesterday's Gone is a really nice track.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's kind of cool. And also Rally Ritchie. I quite like Rally Ritchie as well. He's kind of cool.
Mixmag has a good series of DJs in the lab. You can check out.
I have high-fived Rally Ritchie in real life.
I know. He's so cool. For Duke, who may not know who Rally Ritchie is, he's Grey Worm in Game of Thrones. So that's who he is.
That doesn't help me at all.
You've watched Game of Thrones?
Yeah, but I don't know who's who.
You know who Grey Worm is?
Sure. I know the person probably. I don't remember that name.
He's the sort of the head of the Unsullied. You know, who's with Daenerys.
Oh, yeah, they're cool. Sure.
Yeah. So he's the guy in charge of the Unsullied. So that's Grey Worm. But he's a British actor who's also a rapper.
Yes.
So there you go. Who knew?
Are we still recording the podcast?
I think so.
We got emails, don't we?
We've got one email. So let's do that.
Whoa, that rule.
Oh, so good. Yeah, we have one email off Procrastinator Fabulous Finley, and he says this: Good evening.
Good evening.
I did my DOFE assessed expedition this week. I'm not sure what that is. Any ideas?
What that is? We don't know what that is.
We don't care. What is that? Anyway, and I'm so worn out and tired, so I don't have a quiz.
Oh, Finley.
Oh, man. This podcast is going to end on time now.
I know, yeah.
Unless
for you,
for another 20 minutes.
But I have a question.
That's kind of a quiz.
Yeah, it's kind of a quiz. What is... God, this could go on forever with Duke. What is the most stressful thing you have ever dealt with? So there you go. Most stressful thing you've ever dealt with.
I'll tell you the thing that's stressing me out lately, which is usually the thing that stresses me out the most, which is the two voices in my head as a teacher. There's one voice that says, you're being too hard on these kids. They have hard lives. They need people who can give them, relatively easy time of it and understanding and compassion. And then there's another voice in my head, which is just the same volume, which is to say very loud, that says, you're being too easy on these kids. You got to toughen them up, get them ready for life. And so when I'm grading, those two voices are always going off saying, you should give that person more points. You should give that person fewer points. And it drives me nuts because I never feel like I'm grading things exactly right.
Wow.
So
poor kids.
Yeah.
They never know whether it's right or wrong. Who knew?
Well, I mean, you know, that's the thing. I feel like my feedback is very good. And I put lots of comments all over their writing. But I don't feel like the numbers are always perfect because, you know, students probably get better grades in my class than they would someone else's English class because I tend to be a pretty generous grader. But I still have a bunch of kids who fail my classes. So then it's like, well, what am I doing to meet their needs? But
so do you never think, right, if you get something that's really, really bad, do you not think, like, you get a red pen and just put, this is shit across,
No, you can't do that.
across the middle of it?
I
Just
would
do
never.
that. Just do that, man. It might make you feel better.
It might, but see, that's the thing. I know that most kids who do that, like, you know, I should say this. Some kids who do that, they just don't care. And I can't make them care. And all the comments in the world aren't going to make them care about the assignment. So I'll give my best effort. Here's what you should do. Try this. Consider this approach. But most of the time, they just throw it away.
Yeah, I think you should just stick with the this is shit. That would work.
But sometimes I have had kids who come in. I had this one girl one time. She came in. She was convinced she sucked at writing. Her writing really wasn't all that great. But she came in the first year I worked with her, and she got a little better. By the time she finished the second year with me, she had an independent project. She was supposed to write 10 pages. She wrote 74.
I see. That's good. Is that good?
It was great. It was an amazing experience to see her grow and develop and learn to love writing and all that. So those are the moments when I feel like I know what I'm doing. It's all good.
You've done a good job. You've done a good job there.
But then, you know, it's not fair to say that I had a lot to do with that. I think I had some to do with it, but mostly I think it's just the teacher makes him or herself irrelevant.
There you go.
There you go.
Who knew? Chinny, what's the most stressful thing you've had to deal with?
It's probably like big shoots that I have to do for work.
Shooting people?
Yeah. In the
With
face.
a gun. He's good at that. He enjoys doing that.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you got like a production and you have to film something like an ad or whatever, and you have like 50 people, like all just all waiting for you, and they're all waiting for you, and you gotta tell them to do. All right, you gotta walk down here and you do this, and you gotta look surprised, and then you do this. And they're like, okay, and they'll just do whatever you say. Like, you can say, right, now you're going to do a Nazi salute. All right, and they'll just do anything. And yeah, that can be stressful. And especially like when I've had like one go like sort of wrong where we planned something, didn't go right, didn't have a backup plan, people get impatient, you know, you get people that like sort of have walked off or whatever, and how you deal with that. So that's stressful. I don't really talk about it that much.
He doesn't talk about it, man.
Well, I think there's probably something. I think there's something in a lot of guys, but especially it seems like the Brits with the whole stiff upper lip thing. Like, I don't want to whinge about something that's just part of my life.
Yeah, because like I don't.
How many depressed men does it take to change a light bulb? Oh, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't talk about my job that much, like, because I feel like I'm pretty lucky, really, because I don't have to like sweat my balls off on the side of the road, you know, digging holes and stuff. So I feel like me moaning about, I had to do something I really enjoyed today.
Going on for 4 hours today. Oh god.
Yeah, and it doesn't mean like I don't have like difficult days and stuff.
Come on, Chinny, you got to play with puppies.
Oh yeah, like some days I go to a thing and I have to film puppies all day, and like all I have to do is meet lovely people and play with puppies all day, and it's like, well, so I can't really moan about the job, really. Look, some days,
even if it was really cold on the day you did it.
So yeah, some days I leave at like 4 o'clock because I want a haircut. You know, it's like it's not that stressful, but like some days they are really stressful, and you'll work from 4 o'clock. You know, I've got up 4 o'clock in the morning, worked all the way through the day, all the way into the evening. So, but there's not many of those days, and even those days, the really long days, aren't always that bad. You know, I did like a I don't know, 14-hour day or whatever, and it was fine. It was a good laugh. Like I did it, and because we're with I'm with company that I don't particularly mind being around. It's not hard. So yeah, filming a lot of people and having a lot of extras and actors all waiting around for you, asking you like, "What is this okay?
What am I supposed to be doing next?"
Like basically. Everybody asks you questions like, "Is this all right? Is this okay? Should we be doing with this? What kind of thing we should do?" And so you have to planning is key. So if you plan for it, then everything's okay. But yeah, that's stressful.
Yeah, I think for me the most stressful thing I've had to deal with is moving house.
Mm-hmm.
Moving house is so stressful. I am never ever moving house again.
I'm not looking forward to my second.
Oh,
move.
it's so terrible. We moved house, right? And the house we're in now, they were in a chain, but the people who were buying ours were sort of like, "Oh, we want to buy a house." So we eventually made the decision that we were going to risk it. So we sold our house, and we had to move in with the in-laws for 4 weeks.
Yeah.
While we waited to sort of get the sort of sale on, or sort of buy the house that we live in now. And that was horrendous in itself. But the people who moved our shit, he came in this van. And he was like, "Oh yeah, we'll move all your stuff, don't worry." And it was like, we were going to get a storage unit, like you do, to put everything in while we were waiting. But he's like, "No, don't worry, I've got somewhere I can put it all." So it was like, okay then. And he charged us sort of like 100 quid or whatever. It wasn't very much. And we were like, we had no idea where all our entire like worldly belongings were for like 4 weeks. Because this dude just drove off in his van with all our stuff. But he was good. I mean, it all came back. We got all our stuff back. But it is so stressful. And I'm just like, you have so many boxes of shit. You just don't realise how much stuff you've got.
Yeah.
Till you pile it all up in your living room in boxes to be moved out. Oh,
yeah. Because this is the first house that I moved into. That's mine. So I didn't have like stuff, but now I've got stuff like settees and desks and furniture.
And you had to take the window out to get your settee.
I had to take my
so
window.
That's going to happen to get it out, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've got to take it out. But like, so I'm not looking forward to moving again. I don't want to live in this house all my life. I like this house that I'm in, but I'm not going to live in it for the rest of my life. So like, I'm not looking forward to it, but it's got to be done. You don't have to do it many times in your life, hopefully. Antonio has to move quite a lot because he's a student at the moment, but
but he also doesn't have a whole lot of stuff right now. I'm sorry to tell you, Antonio,
you don't have.
Duke has 700 CDs just for starters.
Yeah, exactly.
But
the books are the thing that really do me in.
Exactly, before anything else.
You don't have a washing machine. You don't have like a dishwasher. No. All this like fucking bollocks that you have to buy.
And it's all going to be disconnected.
Now I've got it. Bollocks. And I'm like, oh shit. When I move, I'm going to have to move all that.
I hate you, Antonio, because you don't have all the things we have.
You don't have no shit.
I've already said to Tara.
I've
already said to Tara, like, I'm paying. Like, I am not doing that shit. Like, I'm paying a dude to do it.
You're going to pay someone to come and box all your shit up, aren't you?
Absolutely. I'm not doing it.
Prior movie moving before you do that. Because
I'll tell you what, Duke, he does all right, doesn't he? He does all right.
Apparently.
He does all right.
But he works hard for that money, playing with puppies all day.
He does.
We started this show talking about napping, and we finished complaining about washing machines. I dare say we're done. It's time for some shout out.
I dare say we are.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
Oh my god. I'll start off. I think the shout outs have to go to everybody we met at EGX this week. I'm not going to start with names because there's so many people that we met. So you know who you are. We met lots of people. Obviously to Darren and Matt and obviously Adamski, of course. At the MLGX party, because it was, I gotta say, another great success, and they raised a lot of money for charity. We had a good sing song and we had a good dance. My wife was like, "Why the fuck are grown men dancing?"
My wife.
I was like, they were all a bit drunk.
What's wrong with dancing?
Exactly.
It's like no one's watching.
That's what you do. So congrats to all them guys at the Midlife Gamers stuff, and and Bongo, of course. It was cool. Obviously, it's always cool seeing Bongo and Josh. Oh yeah, give a massive shout out to Josh. Massive shout out to Josh because he gets films out on time. You know, just saying.
Yeah, well, I would if it was just a bunch of fucking clips that he has to stitch together.
And they were both pretty good.
SNES unboxing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fast.
I'm gonna guess here, and I like Josh. He's a very nice young man, but I'm gonna say that he's probably got a little bit more free time than I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many puppies did he have to play with last week?
Exactly. How many puppies did he play with?
I want to make this clear. I'm not like that was a very rare shoot.
Every day, you just
I'm
sit
not
and play
playing
with
with puppies
Yes,
every
that's all
day.
he play. He goes into work and he plays with puppies.
It's just an office
here's-
full of puppies.
Here's Chinny's day. Puppies, PUBG. That's
Yeah.
it.
Eat hula hoops through a loudspeaker.
Yeah, that's true. I did do that.
That is true. And that was at work.
Yeah. Well, I was eating hula hoops, and Matt said
Sorry. What the fuck are hula hoops?
they're like potato chips, but they're like circles, right?
I got you.
And I was eating these hula hoops, and Matt said, "Can you eat any louder?" And I went, "And we've got a megaphone for when we do like big shoots." And I said, "Yes, yes, I can."
Oh, that's right. You did that. I remember that.
Yeah. So
Shit. That's not on YouTube though, is it?
that's on
No,
my
it's
Twitter.
on Facebook.
Oh,
Twitter. Yeah, Twitter,
yeah.
weren't it?
Yeah. So yes.
So there you go. That's my shout outs to everybody sort of midlife gamer and all the people that we met over the EGX weekend. There you go. I'm done.
I'm going to call this episode the episode where we talk about no games or something like
No
that.
games. We didn't talk about games.
So I feel like
hardly
we've played nothing. We talked about EGX, and then we talked about a few games here and there, and then we just talked about bollocks all the way through. So
It's all good.
I reckon next week we'll be back on track. This week we sort of find our feet again. We're all back in the same room. We haven't had time to play video games. Next week I'm going to be hitting my Dirty 30 again. I'll have a better plan for Extra Life. We'll be fine.
Here it is. Here it is. Shh. That's Chinny eating hula
That is
hoops.
shitty.
For a megaphone.
Hula halulu.
Hula hoops.
Yeah.
Anyway, Chitty, carry on.
I'm going to shout out my mum.
Yay.
Oh, yeah.
It's her birthday on
Nice.
the 2nd of October. So we're recording this on the 1st. So it's her
Happy
birthday.
birthday, Chinny's mum. I know you
Who
can't
we
hear me,
saw
but anyway.
on Friday night.
We did. We did.
We saw my
And
mum.
Tahara
And
was on the
Tahara.
podcast twice.
And Auntie Alien was there as well. There we go.
Was?
So yeah, my mum. Yeah, I won't say her age, because it's not.
She's young. She's young.
She's the
23.
best. She's the best.
She is the best.
Yeah. So happy birthday to my mom, who doesn't listen to this show. A, because she doesn't give a fuck, and B, because she can't. So there you go.
That is true.
Awkward jokes. It's like somebody at our school actually had to miss a semester because he got diagnosed with cancer. He had to do chemotherapy. As soon as he comes back, he's like, "Hey, we need volunteers to chaperone the dance. You have to do it. I have cancer." We're all, damn.
Wow.
That's a good way of. That's a good attitude to have towards
Yeah.
something.
So what you'll have to do, Chinny, is play the show to your mum and then sign what you said to her.
Yeah. No. I'll pay someone to transcribe the whole show.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she'll read it and go, "Why have you made me read this bollocks?"
Yeah. Then put it into braille. It's
Yeah.
all good.
She's not blind.
Oh no, she's not blind, is she? What am I talking about? Anyway, carry on.
Dingus.
That's it, really.
Is that it? Is that it? Duke,
Stu,
over to
yep, your
you. Quick,
shout-outs.
move on. Move on. Duke, it's you. Whatever.
Oh,
Go
it's
on.
me, Antonio.
It's you.
Yeah.
Go.
Rocket League AD. And everybody who listens, thanks. That's it. We done?
We're done.
Something less boring instead. Sitting at home, watch TV. Hurry up, so good to me. Why don't you?
Royce has just joined the chat. I haven't seen Royce.
It's a bit
for-
late.
Mr. 5'9".
No,
Oh, yeah.
fetus baby
Oh.
stack.
Finally, I can eat these.
Hi, Royce.
I can eat the Chinese pastry that the Duchess got me, but I'm full. I don't want to eat it right now.
Oh, what's in that? That sounds good.
I think I'm in the mood for Rocket League soon, Duke.
It's got like I don't know, like a sweet bean in it or something. I don't know. It's all right. Yeah, we should play Rocket League, Chinny. What?
I think
Season 6 has started. Did I tell you?
As soon as a new season, I think like, oh yeah, maybe I can jump on this season.
New season.
I remember thinking that last season, going right, I'm going to start playing Rocket League, get in it, and then I never played it. Thank you, Royce. Your SNES video was very funny. Thank you.
Yeah, it sure is.
Time for more Kerbal Destruction for me.
That's Kerbal Space Program, I'm assuming.
I haven't played that. I've got that. I haven't played that.
I bet you can't make a spaceship that'll go into space.
I'll probably just make it look a big dick or something.
That's what most people do. That and blowing stuff up over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I would
Now,
want to.
here's the question: you can make a rocket that looks like a big dick. Can you make one that looks like dick butt?
That'd be good.
Ooh, do you think that would even work?
No.
I think it would work.
to
I think you
find
should do
out.
it.
I don't think.
Put
Well,
the rockets in the testicles, you're all good to go.
yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
Put the rocket in the testicles and drink it all up.
Yeah.
Throw the can away. Homer! You throw the can away. I said Homer.
Hey, that O.J. Simpson documentary is really good, Duke.
Yeah, I heard good things. I want to watch it. It
fucking
won
brilliant.
Best Documentary at the Oscars, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even though
it
it's not an actual movie, it's a TV series.
It's
but
like
whatever.
it's a fucking
No,
beast.
no, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's well, I guess. Does that count?
No,
but
it's
didn't they condense it down into one thing though as well?
I don't know, but it's
I think that's how it
it's
qualifies.
5 episodes and it's 1.5 hours each episode.
Yeah. That's not
It's
one.
a fucking
Yeah.
beast of a. We was watching it for ages, and it paused because we were streaming it from an illegal place, and like you see the time.
It's on Netflix.
You see,
Yeah,
it's not on Netflix.
Netflix.
It's not on Netflix.
Well, it's on Netflix in the U.S.
It's not in here. And then, like, it paused, and then we realised how far in, and we watched it for half an hour. And we was like, oh my god, there's another hour of this.
Barely scratched the surface.
I've got to say,
Brilliant,
we
though.
started watching it, and Kay was like, "I'm bored. It's boring. I'm bored now."
The first episode is not really much about OJ, but it's all relevant and it's very interesting. And I to be honest, I didn't know that much about OJ. The only thing I knew about him that his last name was Simpson.
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun, yeah, Naked Gun.
Naked Gun, man.
The bit where he gets hit when he hits the wet paint and he looks more devastated about the wet paint than he does about anything else.
Yeah,
is a really good joke, and he's brilliant in Naked Gun. All the Naked Guns.
Very good.
But yeah,
He
so
is.
that's the only thing I know about OJ. So,
Yeah.
so from
And now
going
you've learned that too, kids. The more you know.
and funny, OJ Simpson got released on parole today.
He did. That's
after
true.
9 years. Of,
that?
yeah.
That is true.
Um,
Try the glove on, man. Try the glove on.
you
If it
try a
doesn't
glove on.
fit, You must vote not guilty.
You must have quit. See, you know all this stuff.
Mind you, having watched the dramatized version of this of the O.J. Simpson story.
I'm watching that next.
I'm not surprised that they got they were locked in a hotel for 10 months or whatever. The jury, they were probably like, I've had enough of this shit. I want to go home.
Well, they came
Well,
up with,
they let them out no matter what they decide.
they came out
Oh.
with a verdict in like a couple of hours, didn't they? Like, in the morning.
Yeah, but they
And-
were just like, well, if you watch the dramatized version, it gave the impression that they were just like, I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, but it was
I
like
just wanna go home.
267 days, I think, the trial. was.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, and they weren't allowed access to the TV, to newspapers, to anything.
Yeah.
Right.
They were almost prisoners themselves for nearly a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yep.
crazy.
All right, we're done. I'm ending.
We're done.
the thing now.
There you go.
When you think about doing the Lego stream, Chinny.
Yeah, which Lego?
Hey,
Lego.
don't drop it.
Oh, building the Lego.
Yeah, Andy. Yeah, I haven't mentioned that. I'll mention that next week, and I'll do it next week, Andy, because I'm really tired, so I'm not going to do it tonight.
Tired. tired.
But yeah, Andy, I will commit to it next week. So after this podcast next week, I will mention that you gave me a Lego thing, and then I'm going to build it next week on the end of the show. On the end of the show.
Yeah, you need to be doing that.
That's what I'll do. But it is downstairs. It's in my living room at the moment.
I've got a shout out.
Oh,
So-
great.
I should have shouted out Chinny for all the hard work he's done putting the podcast together from the.
I didn't think it was that good this week. This year, sorry. I just like.
It was all right. I mean, I think it could have done. Yeah, I could have done to level 8 it. If he'd have levelated it, it probably.
I knew you'd say that, but I like the difference.
It's true.
No, because level 8 sometimes spoils the recording because it brings the really low things up and you don't want them up. So like, I don't believe that.
Like someone eating hula hoops.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I think it would have probably improved it, to be honest.
No.
Yeah.
I didn't forget it. I just refused to do it.
Just do it. Just do it, man.
No, I'm talking in not in terms of quality. I'm talking about content, like because I was thinking about so many things at once. I don't feel like I did a great coverage.
No, and I didn't really. To be fair, I was just sort of asking random questions to people.
But that's okay. I think that's kind of what people expect. They're not expecting some sort of comprehensive journalistic experience.
What did you think of it, dude?
Yeah, what did you think?
I always think they're good. I enjoyed them. I'm like halfway done with the second one or something.
Yeah.
So I like them.
All right, no worries.
It helps me feel kind of like I'm there. Like that's it. I feel like I'm just sort of a fly on the wall, which is what I want.
Chris says, "Good ep, guys. Thanks. Let's talk about games next week." Yeah,
that could be true.
We'll do that.
I talked about some games we talking about, son.
Yeah, you did, Duke. But no, I think I'm gonna.
Yeah, games could be good next week. To be fair. I'm going to try and play some other stuff this week apart from Yakuza, but I want to get Yakuza done because I'm close. I think I'm close to the end. Well, I'm not close to the end. But
I've really got to crack on with my Dirty 30, man. I'm like, I'm getting to the point now.
Wildlands said that too.
Yeah.
Anyway, right, we're done.
Anyway,
all right. Have a good night, guys.
See you later.
Yeah, you too. Bye. Bye.